Hey now, what's up everybody? This is Johnny Beane. Welcome. It's Straturday Night Live, where we like to have our Facebook friends watch too. So we have to let them in. If I can find the there we go. All right, so you guys make sure to smash that subscribe button. We're so close to 10,000 subscribers on the channel here. I would say within the next couple weeks, we'll probably hit the 10K. So tell your friends, smash that thumbs up, smash that subscribe, and hang out with us tonight. We'll be talking guitars and food, and we've got some friends tonight. So it's going to be awesome. All right, this is Straturday night for, what is this, May 27th, 2023. It's 11:08 p.m. Eastern, 8:08 Pacific. Here we go.
Hey, this is Michael Anthony right here, and you are watching Johnny Beane TV. Keep it there. Woo!
Thank you, Michael Anthony. Hey, what's up? Look at this. Thank you so much. This is the applause right here. Look at this. Look at that. What's up, you guys? Welcome. My name's Johnny Beane. This is Straturday Night Live. We hang out. We talk rock music, rock guitars. I think tonight we'll be talking food as well. Some of us haven't had dinner yet.
No.
So hungry. Rich, did you wait all day to eat?
I didn't wait all day, but I haven't had dinner.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. Let's see that again. I think Robbie's going to be very excited.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
This thing was like $10 for like a 7-inch sandwich.
Oh my goodness.
I do have one thing here with me.
Huh?
I do have one thing here with me.
Oh. Pop-Tarts. What flavor is that?
Chocolate.
Oh, chocolate. Right on. Dudes.
I'm so excited to meet Robbie. Robbie, what's up? It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, man.
Here, you guys can sit together. There we go.
Good, I like that better.
There we go.
Yeah, Robbie, you kill me. You kill me with I'm so excited to be on the show with you.
Oh man, I appreciate it. My sub is in the fridge.
Johnny's cool too, but
thank you.
Thank you. I need a Ned shirt and a Zora shirt.
Yeah, we have to make Zora shirts.
Very good. Yeah, the Ned shirts are down below in the shop portion of the YouTube channel.
It's nice to meet you too, Ron.
Yeah. Look at this. Ron Gunner. This is all our first time meeting Ron.
Yeah.
And Robbie and I got a preview of a lot of Ron's guitars.
But watching you guys like I have, it's like I've known you for a long time. You just didn't know me.
Mm-hmm. Actually, how long have you been watching this? Because I started asking you that earlier in the green room, but
you about a year, Dane about 2.5 years.
Okay, cool. Dane Zimmerman of Zim's Guitars. Very good. Yeah. And you guys, Dane, you can catch Dane here on Tuesdays as we talk Van Halen. Oh, you ate one Tuesdays right here. Everything Van Halen. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. So, yeah. Let's start the show. Let's say hello to the top tier of channel members. If I can find the card. I've got so many cards here. The executive producers. of Johnny Bean TV are currently CC, Stephen Franklin, Michael Smith, Music Therapy Laz, Sherman Callahan, 40 Grit, John Moronic, Majestic PB and J Cat, Guitar Man 45, Janice Lala, the intern, R Habs, Warlag, Patty Dill, and Fairfield Guitar Co. That's Lewis. Channel membership. If you'd like to help sponsor the channel, sponsor these shows, channel membership is the best way to do that. And just click the join button. I think they actually moved it on us. I think it's more like I don't know. It's somewhere on the screen here on YouTube. It's not below the thumbs up button like it used to be. But smash that thumbs up. We're currently at 5 thumbs ups here. And if you'd like to help support the channel in other ways, super chats is a way you can do that. And they change the color of my lights. If you look behind me here. Right here, this is called the Guitar Moire. These lights magically change with any super chats. So if you'd like to help support the channel and have some fun in real time, that's a way you can do that. There we go. Support the show. Let's see what else. Facebook. We're live on Facebook. Johnny Bean TV. Where is that card? Oh, I've got a new card now. It's down. I've got some. Ron, now you know how how unorganized this show actually is. It looks professional from the outside, but from the inside, it's a total wreck. Follow us on Facebook at Johnny Bean, and if you'd like to help support the channel, Facebook Stars is a way you can help support. And speaking of Facebook, we're also live in the exclusively Van Halen group at 62,000 members. We're live in the EVH Gear Fans Live group, EVH Gear Fans Live page, and the Johnny Bean TV group as well. And follow Johnny Bean everywhere: YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iHeartRadio, Spotify, TikTok, Tumblr, Hive.
See the restroom on there.
You know? Yeah, the bathroom. Follow me to the bathroom.
That'd be some serious shit.
Oh, no. Thank you for at least waiting 7 minutes and a half. Yeah. Okay. And now, all the way from his brand new studio, look at this. Robbie Stingle.
Yeah, hey.
Look at this. We can hear you, and you can hear us.
Yep. Got the microphone going here, and in the chat, it's hey CC, hey Michael, how's it going out there? And yeah, so I've got the interface, I've got sound quality now. So if we play guess the song on the drums, it's going to sound a lot better. The gong
right on.
There. Yeah.
Right on.
Got it all going here, man. Nice.
Very good. And dude, I like that T-shirt too, man. That's very extra handsome with that shirt on, man.
Yes, this is good. Housekeeper.
Every one of your guests.
Huh?
You ought to send one of those shirts to all your guests you have on.
That's actually a good idea, man. Now that you mention that.
Johnny spends enough on shipping.
I'm wearing
Johnny, I don't know how you can afford to ship everything. Giveaways. It's expensive to ship. Trust me, I know.
Yeah. Ask Robbie. He just shipped a guitar.
Oh gosh.
I did that.
I buy guitars occasionally from Japan, and it's about $150 to get them shipped. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just shipped one this morning to Alaska. It's $164.
64? That's not bad, honestly.
164.
Oh. Yeah, that's expensive.
Had to go, man. Got a good friend up there.
I shipped one from Ohio to New York, and it cost me $96.
Yeah.
Wow. What was your Ron? Let's see you were going to show us your shirt. What is it?
It's actually my son's band. They're called Faith and Failure, and this is
cool.
one of their songs. But they're on YouTube at the official Faith and Failure channel, I guess, or pay. But it's official, the official Faith and Failure.
Okay, let's find them. I'll put the link in the chat.
Hey, Johnny.
They won some competition, and I can't think of the major label band name that picked them. and one of the guys from Slipknot did a tweet about one of their songs, and they are they're very Avenged Sevenfold type.
Oh, nice.
Right on. Here's their link in the. I just found them. There's their link in the chat right there.
The official
Very
Faith.
good.
I'll follow them too.
Thank you.
Very good.
I'm a huge Avenged Sevenfold fan, so
There they are.
My-
Check them out.
Well, Sinister Gates and Randy Rhoads are his two favorite guitar players. So, but my son's the lead guitar player, and he's written every one of the songs, and he plays the piano too.
Very good. Right on. And hey, what was that, Richard?
Oh, I was saying that Sinister Gates has a website where he gives free guitar lessons. It's a very, very robust free guitar lesson platform that he's built for people that are aspiring guitarists. It's really amazing. And I mean, there's no pro guitarist that I can think of that set up such a good website for learning guitar, literally from beginner to advanced and everything in between. It's really incredible.
You can't beat that.
No.
Oh, that's great. Right on.
I was gonna say, Johnny, is you can tell that Ron doesn't live in California because he has that beautiful playroom. We don't have those out here.
Well, we vacation all the time in the Smoky Mountains. Okay. And used to have a cabin, don't have it no more. So when we got home one day, I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to make the basement, at least my man cave part of it, a cabin. So I redid all the walls and I made it into a cabin. It's even got the bear stuff hanging on the walls. Like if you can look at my bear.
I thought you actually were in a cabin earlier.
No, it's actually the basement of our house.
That.
I just redid it to a cabin.
I can't even imagine having that much space in any single room in our house.
No.
It would be incredible.
I know.
You could have 2 bands set up in there.
Wow. Very cool, man. Yeah. That's nice. Well, yeah, I guess your ceiling kind of gives it away. Yeah. That's not really a cabin ceiling. That's like a
I'm
like an office or something.
I'm going to do that's all going to be painted black.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I don't like that Brady's 1970 look. So, I keep waiting. Marsha.
Man, this is cool.
I may say some stuff that won't. Some of the younger people might not understand what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're saying right now.
Never watched.
I'm kidding.
They were based in California.
Man, this is cool. So you guys, welcome. This is Straturday night. Robbie's here. Brand new setup. That's incredible. Rich, you guys all know Richard Friend. You guys know him from the chat. He's got his own channel. Let me find your channel, man. Let me see. You explain to them what you do, because
I'm a comic book artist. So I worked for DC Comics, like Warner Brothers DC Comics, for about 17 years, maybe a little bit longer. And I worked on Batman and a bunch of stuff like that. And I'm freelance now. But then I started working for heavy metal, like magazine initially. But I did like my rock connection is, I mean, I've played guitar since I was 11. But I did a little bit of art for Iron Maiden. I did a comic book short story for Megadeth. And then I worked for Joe Satriani for the last year and a half. So on a comic book adaptation of his album Crystal Planet. So those are like that's the kind of weird crossover that I had, which was very cool, to be honest. I mean, it was unexpected to ever be able to do music related stuff with how, like, I'm just obsessed with guitar. I have been since I was a kid. Music is like everything to me. So
that's called the gas syndrome.
Yeah.
I know, man. That's Rich. That's awesome, man. I mean, you really worked closely with Satriani, and you were the one telling us about our friend Music Therapy Labs was getting those action figures and stuff. And
It was so weird watching the show, and I'm watching you guys, and Laz is on the show, and I'm just kind of spacing out, doing what I normally do. I like I said, I'm a huge fan, and I've been following your channel for years and years, as you know, like around probably 7 or 8 years at least. And I'm playing guitar, and I start staring at the screen, and I'm like, Laz is wearing a fucking Crystal Planet. He's wearing a Crystal Planet hat, and I was like, it was such a weird coincidence. Because I didn't even notice that I might have seen him on the show multiple times and never even picked up on it. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Because it's not the album. I mean, he's got literally the comic book beanie. I mean, it's the logo from the comic, not the album. So I was like, wow, okay, he's like super nerd. And then come to find out he had the toy and everything based on like my design.
What? You designed that?
Well, I mean,
really?
I designed the costume that Joe is in. So yeah, it's kind of neat. But I'm here to talk about guitar, not comics. I always tell people, if you come up to me at Comic-Con and want to talk about like Green Lantern, it's like my attention span will be really short. If you come up to me and want to talk about Les Pauls, you got my attention all day.
Oh wow! Do you ever come out to the NAMM show?
I used to go to the NAMM in the 80s. So I went in 87, 88, 89, and probably 90 were the 4 years that I went.
Oh, dude, you were there during some of the Kramer years, man.
Well, I told you, my friend played guitar with Eddie on stage. The guitarist of my band was like 15, and they brought him up on stage to play with Ed. And it was a year before I met him, so I didn't see him play with Ed. But I think in 85 or 86, he played on stage with Eddie, and then they made him a little miniature Kramer. I sent you the picture. I think it's like a Ripley. Robbie saw it too and was able to help sort of figure out what it is. It's like a little bit of like a Frankenstein, not Frankenstein Strat, but Frankenstein guitar for, because he was a tiny person. He's like 5'2" or something. So imagine him being 14 years old or something. But he was an incredible player. But yeah, we did see Eddie play. We saw Eddie play in 87 or 88, and it was him, Steve Stevens, Billy Sheehan, Billy Idol was singing. I think some of it's on YouTube.
Yes. Yeah, that would have been
it could have been 88.
87.
That's 87.
That was 87.
Yeah,
yeah.
That was my first NAMM show.
Wow,
so
that's cool.
It was really cool, but I really want to go. I mean, I'm going to try to go next year. Just this year the timing was off because of COVID like ending, and just what I mean, like you had the best footage of anyone. I told you that, but your streaming was so clear. Johnny laughs because he's got a secret.
Thank you. I laugh at everything. I have nothing but secrets, man.
No, I know.
No, seriously, okay. I didn't plan on live streaming this year. I didn't because I knew that I'm like, man, the reception wouldn't be good at all, whatever. And I just did it. It worked. It was good.
Oh, your connection was great. It was so clear.
Yeah. But yeah, if you come down next year, man, it'd be great to see. Great to see it.
I would totally cruise around with you guys for a while. It would be so fun.
Right on.
I'm like 90 minutes from the convention center. I'm down in San Diego. It's super close. Hey, Robbie, I have a question for you. I do though. So I know you worked for Kramer in the 80s. Now, were you just lucky enough where Kramer was like in your hometown? Or did you relocate, or what was the situation that you were able to do that?
I lived close by. It was probably about 15 miles away. And
see, now that's really lucky. I mean, kind of.
Well, I had a friend that worked there, and I had to drive him to work every day. And Edward would come out to the car and tell me he wanted me to work there, and I'd tell him I don't want to work for $4 an hour.
Right.
Till in '84, I finally went and started working there. But to me, Edward was just a regular guy, and that's the way I talked to him, and I think he appreciated that.
Yeah,
he didn't like people thinking he's like this great guy. He's just a normal guy, and that's how he wanted to be looked at. So I think he had a lot of respect for somebody that wasn't all ooh goo ah ah and stuff.
What city was Kramer in? I don't even know where it is.
It's in Neptune. It was in Neptune, New Jersey.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it was at 1111 Green Grove Drive.
What's there now?
The building is still there. It's just kind of empty. Yeah.
Now, were you originally from Jersey, or are you originally from Oklahoma?
Oh, no. I mean, I was born in Michigan, and then my parents moved to Washington State, and then they went down to Monterey. They actually had a house built on Monterey, like, where that golf course is now. And then they moved to New Jersey. And I was in the hospital a lot. I had really bad asthma, and finally I got out of the hospital, and I pretty much went to grade school and high school in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And I lived there till I was 33, and my parents both passed, and my uncle and aunt came out to help us in Jersey, and I just thought these are such resilient people, and I just, so I decided to go out to Oklahoma after they died, and I've been here ever since.
And that's where your aunt and uncle live?
My uncle passed. My aunt, I'm kind of estranged from, so I don't know what's going on with them. Yeah.
What's that sound? Are those
I don't know. Ron looks froggy, man. Oh, you get ready?
He's hungry.
When it's time, let me know when it's time to start eating, because I'll go to the fridge and get that.
Oh, eat whenever. Actually, that sounds like a good poll.
Do we eat now?
My dinner's cooking right now, and I'm starting to feel really bad for Ron, because I think you're holding your phone like this, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Your arm's going to be killing you.
Some books. Stack it on a book and put a book behind it. So
I'm going to walk around with it, show some of these guitars. So
you need to get one of these, actually, to put like a tripod or something.
Yeah, that's a stand by U Green. If anybody's looking, U Green. They make nice little phone stands.
Okay. I'll have one for the next time.
Right on. Let's see.
Well, Ron he's getting froggy. He wants to run around and show guitars.
There we go. There's a poll in the chat. When should we eat? Ron already had dinner. He's in Ohio. So I haven't had dinner yet. I can probably hear. My dinner is actually being cooked right now. So we're going to have some food. Robbie has a couple sandwiches in the fridge. Rich has a sandwich right there.
I got Pop-Tarts. So.
Ron has 2 Pop-Tarts, a chocolate. I know we saw a chocolate one. So there's a poll in the chat. When should we eat? You can either pick yes, no, soon, or yum.
I'm curious. Ask them how many people actually have sandwiches to join us.
Oh, maybe next time we should actually promote that. I mean, we kind of did, but not that the audience,
Numbers. Put the number in the chat. Do you have 0 sandwiches? 1, 2, 3?
Okay. Type a number in the chat. Do you have a sandwich with you? Press 1. If you haven't eaten yet, press 0. I don't know.
You can always run and make one.
Yeah.
Peanut butter and jelly's fast.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Man. I got Jersey Mike's, man.
That's what I got.
I know.
Johnny bailed out on us. He didn't want to do it.
Well, not that I didn't
animal
want
style.
to.
He's doing animal style burgers.
Yes. That's my thing. And I don't know, Ron, you probably don't have In-N-Out Burger out there, right? You ever I'm sure.
When I was in California, I was there, yeah.
Okay. They have a secret menu item called a Flying Dutchman. And that's what I usually get. And that's basically just 2 beef patties, 2 slices of cheese, and that's it, just in a box by itself.
Now,
so nope.
There a lot of those restaurants have the secret menu. And
right.
My buddy, who is 30, I think he just turned 30. He's 6'10", 420 pounds. And we went to Wendy's, and I said, "You guys have the T-Rex burger." And the girl looked at me and said, "Oh my God, we were just talking about that." I said, "Well, he wants one. It's 10 patties.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
But he ate that burger, large fries, a large chili, 2 large drinks, and then finished off another burger from another guy that was sitting there with us and couldn't finish it.
Oh man.
They're gonna say he finished the guy too. Oh my god.
One. It's called the T-Rex burger at Wendy's.
Dang.
Do they give it to you for free if you eat it like in a certain amount of time, or do you always have to pay for it?
No.
Those mom and pop places, they do that.
Yeah.
I've been to West Texas Steakhouse with him, and he ate started out, the lady said, "Can I have your order?" He goes, "Well, you got what I want, but you don't have what I want." She said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Well, the biggest steak you have here is 20 ounce. I want 30. And he was joking. She left, come back, goes, "Oh, the butcher's back here." He cut him at 31. He ate it. The next time he went, he ate a 40 ounce one. Then he ate a 50 ounce. His goal was to get to 96 ounce like John Candy on The Great Outdoors.
Oh my gosh.
And he ate it. I mean, and he doesn't. He looks like he could be a WWE wrestler. That's what he looks like.
Wow.
A lot of those competitive eaters are little guys. Like some of them that can eat like a ton are pretty small.
There's a guy that lives. He lives just north of me in San Jose. You probably know. I can't think of his name, but he's the guy. Has
he got like long black hair? The
yes,
younger guy?
that guy. Yes, he lives near me. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, I follow his YouTube channel.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
Sometimes I play guitar. I'm not even kidding, Johnny. Sometimes at night I'll play guitar and I watch people eat 50 tacos. I'm sitting there like practicing scale like that.
Dude, we got to hang out, man. Next NAMM show, we'll be hanging out.
I'm like I said,
doing that, man.
I want to go. What I'd like to do is I'd like to go up to NAMM and maybe like stay the night. So like go for like Saturday, spend the night, and then hit it Sunday. Like maybe do half day on Sunday and then drive back home.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. The show starts on Friday, right? It's not 4 days anymore.
This year coming up, I'm not sure. Usually it's.
I think it used to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like back.
Right. Might be Friday, Saturday, Sunday now.
It's like Thursday is like preview night, and then Friday is the full show opens, and then Friday.
I think Wednesday was preview night.
Oh, okay, so
and then it started Thursday, Friday.
Right.
I can't remember.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's not just a retailer show anymore, right? Like it's sort of more, because it used to be you had to have a retailer whatever license or whatever to get passes.
You had to know somebody back in the day.
Yeah.
That is Bob. It is Matt Stoney. That is the guy we're talking about.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Yeah, Matt Stoney. He's great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I watch a lot of competitive eating stuff, and
I was watching some today. I was watching a guy eat like I don't even know, like 100 tacos, something like that. I was a little jealous.
Well, we're about to watch a guy eat 2 Pop-Tarts and another guy eat a sandwich. So
another guy eat some animal
stuff. Eat them both at the same time, like
a Pop-Tart sandwich.
Now, are you going to have lettuce, tomato, and everything on your burgers, Johnny? Cheese?
I'm not sure. I don't know, but it's being served up now.
So now I have a question. Well, I have a question for you, Johnny. Has your wife ever been on camera ever on your show? I've never ever seen her. No pressure, but yeah, she's never done it.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No, doesn't want to be.
No, it's fine. I was just curious.
No,
I was really sure. I was like, I've never seen her.
Nobody has.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Nobody has.
I don't talk about like my wife and kid on YouTube or even on Facebook. I very, very rarely bring them into it.
Yeah. It's eventually when we start doing the 24-hour vlog with the sleep streams, then you guys will see her. But
no way.
But at this point, no. Basically, usually, you guys didn't even see that. But here we go. Here we go.
Wow.
Whoa! Look at this.
I'm gonna go get my sandwich, Johnny.
Damn,
I've got a gourmet meal here.
I'll be back.
What's next to the corn? Or is that corn or mac and cheese?
That's corn.
And then what's the green stuff?
The green stuff is what is it? Grilled green beans.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
It's hard to see because of the your camera gets pixelated. It wants to read it as a green screen.
I know.
That looks really good.
It's invisible. And then you got two burgers here with cheese on them. And that's corn with like street corn seasoning.
Right, looks good.
So that's what I'm having. And here, we'll do that. There we go. Robbie will be back.
He's getting his Sammys.
He's getting his sandwich. So we're going to have some food. So if you're watching this right now, if you're viewing this, have a snack with us. Or if you're watching this tomorrow on replay, have breakfast, whatever. And let's actually say hello to some people tonight. Janice Lala is here. Says looks great. Thank you. We got Tim Thomas. Hey now. We got Holly Lewis. Yummy. Let's see. We got Not Visible. Joey Chestnut won Nathan's contest. Okay, yeah, Joey Chestnut. Yeah, I know a lot of these names. A lot of these competitive eating guys. Yeah. Johnny's wife needs to open a restaurant. Maybe at some point.
Holly's going to go make a BLT right now.
Oh, cool.
Restaurant all day, every day.
Yeah. Dan Gorman is here. BLT. Johnny Rock looks delicious. Thank you. Mike Olson. Tim Thomas. Right on. Yeah, see, she's saying eat it now. So I'm.
All right, let's take a bite.
I'm eating. Cheers. Yeah. What kind of sandwich did you get, Rich?
I went with the Italian sub. I wanted a classic.
Oh, wow. See, look at that. Mine's steaming. Look at that. Steamy.
Mine's cold.
Oh, this is so good.
You can heat those up, man.
Yeah. I have a toaster now.
The toaster, yeah. Jeff Davidson is here. So hungry.
That was fun trying to guess last night what Robbie was playing.
I guessed it too.
There were some good guesses. At times, the drum beat did sound like "I Want You to Want Me," and then at times it was funny that people picked up on. There was one part that he would play that sounded a lot like a rap tune from like the '90s, like an LL Cool J song, and a couple people were guessing like rap songs, and it was funny that they were keying in on the beat because I was like, that sounds like a rap tune.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting. It's Sandwich Saturday.
Yeah. So hungry.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh my gosh.
So let's talk a little bit.
All I had there was
a little bit about the Van Halen documentary. The
Sure.
first two parts. So
Sure.
there was a few little tidbits in there that I didn't know. I thought it was really interesting that Ed, next door neighbor, was Lindsay Wagner, and she had a problem with the sound coming out of 5150. And then Ed eventually bought her house. I never heard that.
That's wild.
That's crazy. I mean, those aren't cheap homes. It's not like he's not spending a couple $100,000 to get a house up there. He must have dropped at least $3 to $5 million to pick up her place.
Bionic woman.
Yeah. I mean, he bought her out, which to me sounds like he approached her and said, "How much do you want for me to buy your place so that you don't have to listen to sound anymore?" But that's really interesting.
Hey, I got one complaint about this Pop-Tart. When I was younger, they had more icing on them.
Oh.
Look at that.
That's a chocolate?
Yeah, you never used to be able to see the actual cake part. It was all out. Now it's just one strip down the middle.
Right.
Oh.
And they charge more for them. So.
Now, do you think does Ed still own the next door neighbor house?
I have no idea.
I mean, obviously it wouldn't be Ed, but did they tear her house down or just leave it vacant? It's so weird. You know what I mean?
I think I remember something about doing some remodeling back in the late 90s. Like they remodeled 5150, the studio. They rebuilt the whole thing, I think, before they recorded Carnal Knowledge, I think. But then also at another point, I think in the mid-2000s somewhere, there was like a mudslide.
Oh, that was like, good, Robbie.
That like really, let's see that, Robbie. What'd you get?
Oh, that looks good. I think Robbie and I have the same sandwich.
This is a ham and provolone
with
extra lettuce and extra juice. They call it Robbie's Way.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Robbie's, look at that. Oh.
I feel left.
Oh. Well, you already had, what did you have? What did you eat tonight?
Lasagna, actually.
Wow. Oh, nice.
Lasagna. Homemade.
Yum.
Nice.
I'd forgotten too that Ed had originally zoned 5150 as a racquetball court. I had heard that, but when they said in the documentary, I was like, "That's right." I remember hearing that like way back then. That's pretty funny. I wonder if he ever got dinged for that later for like lying. Because I mean, at some point, I mean, obviously the city would know. In particular, is like in the 2000s.
Well, like I said, I do remember. I think it was the early '90s. They didn't. There wasn't enough room for drums. So I think that's one of the reasons why, when their first record they did, their 1984. I think, and then 5150. I think that's why they used the Simmons electric drums, because it was so compact and small. They didn't have a drum room. They had to build like a drum room eventually.
Right.
And so that makes me wonder, like, if they did buy out the Bionic Woman's property, if they had expanded, to over there.
Well, I mean, if you're going to buy the house, why not do that if you needed the room?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it could have been storage for them or anything, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some of the stuff about Zappa was really interesting, too. I'd heard some of it, but there were little bits and pieces of the Zappa story that I didn't really know. I never heard that Ed went over there and then went back home, grabbed albums, and came back and actually sat with Frank and listened to like three albums worth. That was kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A lot of that stuff I wasn't familiar with. But I am familiar with the Dweezil Zappa single.
Right.
My mother is a space cadet. Yeah, because I have that. I actually have that on 45, so I was familiar with that. But yeah, and Edward did play guitar on that. Mm-hmm. The very beginning slide part is him.
And then he talks about it with your cousin.
Yeah.
He talks about it to Jazz.
Jazz Obrecht, my cousin. That's right.
Ryan, it's not too late to make a sandwich. Go grab some bread, throw a little something in the middle.
And it's a sandwich. I don't know. I'm trying not to eat bread, though, anymore. So is that technically, have I given up sandwiches?
No, I mean, you're doing good. That looked great, what you had.
You can always lettuce, put the meat in between the lettuce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they call that protein style.
Oh, well.
Out here. But yeah, man. Yeah, that documentary. That was only the first 2 parts, too.
No, I know.
There's like several more. And
well, you said that you had seen those parts. Have you seen parts 3, 4, 5, and 6? No.
No. The guy's name is Alan. He had sent me those like a month ago.
Yeah.
He wanted to get my input on them.
Right.
So I saw them, and I was pretty impressed. Yeah. Actually, for a fan-made.
Definitely.
Well, you know this as a cartoonist. As a fan-made thing. I mean, it was really, really professionally done.
Oh, I mean, you're having to edit it all, the narration, the timeline. It's a lot of work. I mean, just getting all the details down. The US Festival stuff was quite interesting too. A lot of it, again, I had heard bits and pieces of, but I'd forgotten about the David Bowie, like the money, like where Van Halen had in their contract about the they had to be the highest paid act or whatever it was. It was really interesting. I mean, that's pretty shrewd managing, and that was Noel. Noel wrote that in the contract.
It would have been, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's brilliant. I mean, that's Noel kind of comes off like a little bit like he's sort of out there. Like, if you have you read his book or listened to the audiobook of it?
He actually used to message me.
Oh, did he?
Years ago. Yeah. Yeah, he used to message me, and he used to include me in group messages all the time. So I would see a lot of stuff. But I never actually really, I never met him, in person or anything. But anyway, I mean, he was just a legendary manager. Yeah. I mean, with what he did before Van Halen, of course, with Van Halen, you know. Yeah. But yeah, Johnny Rock, yeah, episodes 3 and 4 and 5 are due to be released weekly from June 7th. There we go. Yeah, I'm looking forward to them as well. And again, I was very impressed with what the guy was doing and what Alan, what he's done, and yeah, I'm gladly helping him promote it and.
It got great views. Last time I looked, which was over a day ago, it had 72,000 views.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
It could get up to 1 million views at some point. It's possible. It'll get a few 100,000 views for sure.
He did he did a documentary on Steve Vai that has 1 million views.
Oh,
and that's his, yeah. And he actually got in touch with Steve Vai. And Steve Vai approved it. So he's done some legit stuff. You know,
I followed his channel just for the content that he had before. I've been following his channel for a couple of years on YouTube.
Same here. I've been following him too, but I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. Is he an LA guy? Where is he from?
I think he's East Coast. I think. Either Midwest or East Coast. I can't remember. I don't know. But Alan, if you're watching this, hey.
Yeah, seriously, great.
Call us. Alan, give me a call if you're watching this.
Grab a sandwich and come on live.
Come on. Come on. Yeah. Man. Yeah, he included... Sorry, I'm talking and I'm chewing at the same time. He included... so much information in that first episode. It was centered around 1984.
Yeah.
But, if you saw it, he included so much stuff. It's almost overwhelming. And I'm like, hey, if you don't know who Van Halen is, if you watch this, you'll definitely be brought up to speed.
Yeah.
And again, very well done. Yeah. Did you see it, Ron?
Yes. Yep. Like I said, Eddie's number 3 out of my top 5. So just don't.
Oh. Are your top 2 Robbie Stingle and Richard Friend?
There you go. Well, that makes you number 4.
Who are your top 2? Who are your top 2?
Randy Rhoads and George Lynch.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
One of my friends growing up was a huge George Lynch guy, and he'd always try to convince me to get into George Lynch. And it was he'd be like, what about Mr. Scary? And I'm like, it's good, but I'm like, oh, I don't know, man. I'm not putting him, I can't put him in my top 5.
Mm-hmm. Did any of you guys ever meet Lynch?
Never.
A local store where he came in to do a little hour-and-a-half long seminar type deal, and he was extremely nice.
Cool.
Which I've heard from other people that he's not, but everybody has bad.
I don't know why there's a hole in my head, but yeah, I have I've got a selfie with him. Yeah, I'm using a green screen. That's why it's so weird. But yeah, I've got a selfie with him. I met him at the NAMM show one year. Actually, a friend of mine, George Lynch, kept his guitars at a friend of mine's house.
Oh wow!
So he had met him, and he was telling me some stories. And actually, we were walking out of a show, and we just happened to see him standing there. So we went up to him. We were talking to him, and that's where I got that selfie.
I saw Dokken 3 times live. I saw them open for Triumph. I think I saw them open for Dio, and then I saw them at Monsters of Rock with Van Halen, Metallica, Scorpions, and Kingdom Come. So, I think Dokken was on that show. But I saw them 3 times. They were always really good live, but always an opener. When I saw them.
I remember when Kingdom first came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
And they their first song was Bring It On or something like that.
Get It On, yeah.
And they're trying to say they're not Zeppelin fans. They'd never listened to Zeppelin. It's like we're playing Kashmir with different words right now. So.
Right. That was like the thing back at that time. Like everybody was trying to sound like it was like they were trying to do like an updated like version of Zeppelin. Because I've been a huge Coverdale fan forever, but definitely the White Snake album. Yeah, they were trying to do like sexy 80s like Zeppelin or something.
The 80s, great time for music, and to be in your late teens and 20s, that was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Hawaii on a band field trip, and it would have been 1985 or 86, and the video for Still of the Night hadn't came out yet. And so we're there, and we're in our hotel room, and we've got MTV on, because once MTV came to exist, if you were a teenager then, it like never got turned off. You watched MTV all day, every day. And so we had it on in our hotel room, and the video comes on, and I'm watching.
And you got turned on.
Well, no. Like if you remember the video, okay, like I hadn't heard about the band getting together. And doing like a new album, and we were already fans of Whitesnake, so we knew Slow and Easy and all the stuff off of Slide It In. And I'm watching the video, and I'm going like, is that Vivian Campbell? Like, who is in the band? I'm seeing Rudy Sarzo, Adrian Vandenberg. It's got Tommy Aldridge on drums, and I'm like, what is this? I literally thought I like had gone through like the Matrix or something, because I'm in Hawaii, I'm in a hotel room. And all of a sudden, Whitesnake is like a band of like all these musicians that I know.
Oh, because you had known the original? Because my first introduction to Whitesnake was that album, the '87 album.
Right.
So to me, that was always Whitesnake, and it wasn't until a little while later, I was really into that song, "Fool for Your Lovin'." That was on it. I thought that was a great song, and I realized there was an earlier version of that song. Right. So I went and I bought that record. I'm like, wait a minute, this is a totally different band.
3 versions of.
Yeah, well,
there's 3 versions.
Here I Go Again was an old song too.
Yeah.
And a lot of people realize that Tommy Aldridge was the drummer for what was it, Black Oak, Arkansas?
Right.
In the 70s.
We played with Sean Lane. I think Sean Lane was in the band when Tommy was in the band.
Oh, so I used to see George Lynch at the factory at Kramer before anybody knew him. Yeah. He used to run parts, up to New York to 48th Street, and he'd come back with next and say he made them, but he didn't. He used to go get coffee and stuff, like that. And I have one of my good friends knows a guy that actually jams with him down in Texas. He's got a house down there.
That's cool.
I never went there, but I saw some pictures. Like he'll take these pictures and just hang out.
Laz, jump in here, man.
Come on, Laz.
Come on, grab a sandwich.
Make a sandwich and then get your butt on here.
Or Pop-Tart.
Actually, if anybody's in the chat, if you want to join us, grab some food, send me a message. I think we can get 11 people in here.
Your job would
be like the Brady Bunch. We can all
the Beane Bunch.
The Beanie Bunch.
I mean, Wade Charvel, he sold the rights to his name like way early.
Yeah.
So and he really didn't have much to do with stuff. And he was a sander and a painter. That was his thing. He was a parts guy. He sold parts and stuff. And when Grover Jackson sold him a milling machine, he needed tooling and he couldn't pay for the tooling. So Grover Jackson took the milling machine back and wanted the rights to his name as well. That was way early.
Worked there with those guys, or even at Kramer at that time. That's it's something that a lot of guitar players would dream of, and you got to do that. So good on you.
It's really cool.
I mean, I just look at it as, I got to work there and I learned a lot of stuff, especially from Edward. And I listened to what he said. The Kramer didn't want to listen to him, basically. And that's why he was telling me how to, dress necks and stuff. Because they wouldn't do it, because it wasn't a proper way, So
that's crazy.
Wow.
But, now I still do that. I built a guitar. It took me 3 days to build this guitar, this latest one that I just shipped, and it was a lot of work, but it's quality parts. It was able to do it, because if I get frustrated or something, then I get pain and all that. That's no good. That's why I always have to have really, really good parts. And they just happen to be like from 79 to 85 ESP necks, and bodies from ESP were all right out of 85, but the Sports out of Connecticut made some good bodies too. But that's the thing, like Schecter. Schecter was making bodies for anybody to play guitar. And he was doing like custom bodies for people, and Wayne Charvel sometimes would sand them and paint them. And that was about it. And
Have you ever played Grover's new one, the GJ2?
No, I won't touch anything from Grover. That guy, no. I'm sorry, but he kind of screwed over Ed one too many times, and of course he's out of music now. It's all Fender now. Everything's owned by Fender, but even when he was still kind of in it, it's all profit. He started getting them out of these weird foreign countries and stuff, like, and this one was made in this country, and I'm like, what, and I'm like people they're like trying to take the neck screws out and they can't get them out because they're power drilled into the back of the neck right through the body, and it's just, I can't get the neck down. I'm like, yeah, well, you should be able to put the screw freely through the hole in the body. It shouldn't be like threaded. It's like insane. And of course, all their licensed stuff, licensed Floyd Rose stuff. And what's that noise? Is that me?
That's not me.
Not me.
It's not me.
I thought I heard something.
Yeah,
I'm good.
The GJ2 is supposed to be a pretty decent guitar. The GJ Grover Jackson 2, since he can't use his own name now.
Oh, he's making his own stuff. Okay, well, GJ2. I don't know. I don't trust him any more than I do Fender. I mean, I don't trust Fender at all.
Hey, Raymond.
That's really cool, Raymond. John Lord and Ian Pace are two rock and roll legends.
Dang. That's cool, man.
So, Robbie, what are your thoughts on Tonewood? Do you think,
Here we go.
no, but were any of Ed's guitars basswood or never? Do you think he ever had any basswood bodies besides the stuff that was made later?
Yeah, later on, but at Kramer, no, it was all poplar.
Do you think he really preferred? Did he later on prefer basswood, or was that just more for the guitars that they were selling. I mean,
it's hard to say. People are going to argue that to death, but all I know is the years I was there, and when I would talk to them, and it was all Poplar, and they had to be 1982 bodies made at the Kramer factory.
Yeah.
And those are the only ones he'd play.
Yeah.
And people throw around stuff like Basswood and stuff, but you're talking about way after he left Kramer. Because
sure.
Kramer ended for Ed at 88.
Yeah.
That's when he got screwed over so bad. And and that's how you get that tone out of the amplifiers of the day if you're going through tube Marshalls. The one thing that Ed didn't have was good capacitor. Everybody was wiring this stuff for treble bleed. Everybody. Nobody was taking a capacitor and going from hot to ground. And that makes a tremendous difference. If he had been able to do that, if anybody would have said something to him, then he wouldn't have had to do half the stuff he had to do to try to warm his tone up.
Yeah. Seemed like an ongoing theme with people around Ed trying to take advantage of his success. The guitar people. It's really a shame, but he was complaining about it in 81, way back, because he'd already felt like he got screwed over by Charvel and Jackson, right? Both of them kind of.
It was Grover, man. Charvel.
Yeah.
The only thing Charvel ever really had to do with Wayne was those bodies he made with Schecter, the one that the Frankenstrat was.
Yeah.
And after that, you're just really talking about Grover. And Edward went on that tour with the Bumblebee.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get into what I know about that, as I don't want to start a big argument. But while he was out on tour, Grover was painting up guitars really crappy that looked like the Bumblebee and selling them to whoever for $6,000. And Edward came back. Edward came down. Yeah, just the body was $6,000 because he painted Bumblebee stripes on it, and not very well either. There was no level sanding and anything. It was just a real crap job. And and Edward comes back to the tour. He goes in a bar and he sees some guy playing a Bumblebee guitar. And Edward was cool. He was a very cool cat. But if you crossed him, he was like a little chihuahua that wants to chew off your ankle, man. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, he saw that guy and he laid into him. He did a thing when he'd yell at people. I'd see this at the factory sometimes, especially press people. And he would kind of jump up a little bit as he yelled because he was always shorter than everybody. So he was jumping up and yelling, really fiercely. And that's what he was doing to this guy. And he finally got the guy to tell him that, Grover Jackson sold him the body. So he got a big fight with Grover. And Grover tells him, well, you don't have the right to paint. You don't have the rights to painting stripes on guitars, and that was it for Ed, man. After that, he would still act like everything's fine, but no, he really didn't like Grover at all, man.
But that striped paint job though is a trademark of Edward Van Halen though now, right? It has been for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I guess Fender had to pay him for that because they're doing it.
Yeah.
And technically anything that's done outside of that is not, they're not enforcing it, but there's a lot of people striping guitars out there.
I think two famous players, I think George Lynch striped one of his guitars. It's kind of like a tribute to Ed. And then Phil X has an SG that he painted, the whatever.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
They're cool. It's a neat, kind of acknowledgement of Ed. Everybody.
Yeah. I saw the George Lynch one.
Yeah.
I didn't see it in person, but I have a photo of it. Yeah.
Didn't somebody bring in Bumblebee to Dane's shop on one of those videos he did? It was actually Don Dawkins.
That was
right.
That was one of those rip-off bodies that Jackson was hawking, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Exactly. Right. Look at the paint on that. The paint's horrible. It's yeah, man. That's one of them still around.
That's sad, actually.
Everybody wanted a piece of Ed all the freaking time, and I didn't want nothing from him. I just, like I said, to me, he was a regular guy, and I think he respected that. That I didn't want anything from him, and I wasn't gonna like fawn all over him and stuff.
Yeah.
But remember, back then he had a big following. If you went to concerts, if he was doing concerts at stadiums or playing wherever, he had a big following. But it wasn't like, world like super. He could walk down the street in like Red Bank, New Jersey, and nobody would bother him, right? He could walk around and he wasn't getting mobbed and stuff like that, Sure, if you went to a concert where a bunch of people gathered that were fans of his in the band, then you'd see that kind of thing. But outside of the real world, nah.
The guitar that Dweezil has is the Rasta, right? Is that the guitar that Dweezil has?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, because Johnny Rock said that Dweezil has a pointy Kramer with stripes that Ed gave him, apparently. I'm thinking that's the Rasta.
That's another one. He has the is it called the Rasta? Yeah, the Rasta that was the circles.
Oh, okay, right.
And then he has a red one. He has like a Kramer Star or something.
Right.
That Edward.
That's the Voyager.
Voyager, is it?
Yeah, that's the Voyager.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A real close friend of mine that I grew up with, we've been buddies since second or third grade. We're both like super Van Halen fans, but I love to send him photos of Ed's guitars where just like one night he threw like some random part on it that you've never seen. I mean, we're all pretty hardcore Van Halen fans, so I don't think much would stump you. But when you do that, when you see that, like you'll see a photo and you'll go, what did he do? Like, I've never seen like these tuning pegs on this guitar, whatever. He'll just throw something random on for like one show. So it's
anything different. Anything different you see for the first time, it's like whoa.
Yeah, like what? I don't remember this. Like, I don't remember that neck on that guitar or whatever. He was such an unusual guy. I can't really think of any guitar like rock guitarist that tinkered with like his number one guitars so much. Is there anyone?
Probably not, but he discovered a lot of stuff too.
No, I'm not saying it as a negative. I'm saying it is like such a pioneer of that like that thought process.
Yeah.
Well, Slash was pretty good in using different capacitors, putting blocks underneath the pickup. That's how he kind of got his warm tone, and he's the one that's where I discovered the 0.022 600 volt capacitor. And you could depend if you go the ceramic, you could go with like the orange drop, and that works. You could get an alder body to sound decent that way. Wired to ground, nothing treble bleed's going to sound good. At least not through a non-manipulated amp. Okay. And he was doing that. And then you have the Mojo Tone makes the vitamin T. And that's the same value, but it's an oil and paper capacitor. So if you've got like, something like that alder, that helps a lot. If you got Poplar, you don't want it to sound too warm, depending on the year it was made and the weight, that could be better with an orange drop. It depends. You got to be ready to solder. See which one you like. Those are the only capacitors I'll use.
Wow.
It was interesting too, seeing the guitars that Ed had before he had, we'll call it, I don't know if you want to call it a super strap, but like his because I mean like the Les Paul is kind of trippy, and then he had the oh god, there was like did he have like a 335 or a 355 for a second?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, I mean, he definitely was going to like the pawn shops and like buying some pretty cool vintage, like the time it wasn't as vintage, but
they weren't vintage then. They were just old guitars
Yeah.
nobody wanted.
Yeah.
Kind of like what Kramers became in the 90s.
Right.
Nobody wanted Kramers in the 90s. If
Right.
we were smart, we would have bought. That's how I got my Kramer Ripley for $300 back then.
Right.
Right? If we would have known better, we would have grabbed. I think Ron was the only guy that grabbed all that stuff, and he's got it in his cabin. Right?
You want to show some guitars, Ron? Show some guitars.
Well, I want to get some more, and I mentioned that in my past. I found one on Reverb I like. She just gave me that stare. You know, you can only play one at a time. I said, yeah, but I can play one and put it down, play the next one, then the next one. She didn't find that quite as funny as I did. So
Right.
Yeah, I know. That's why I get all my guitars in the same color. So I can swap them out. You can't tell. It's a different one.
Right.
You know.
Well, like I said, I told her I want to go to Dane's shop because there's probably 4 or 5 I'd come home with, and she goes, "Well, then you don't need to go to Dane's shop." So, but I got to. If I go there, it's 2,000 miles from here to work. So,
Dane, if you can hear me right now.
Hopefully, he makes it worth my while if I do show up.
He's watching us. He's in the chat.
No, that's what I was saying. Dane, that the locker video that you did was really, really fun to watch. And boy, those amps that you got are very, very cool. Very cool. It was so neat to see that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Incredible.
Yeah, really cool. It must have been very exciting to like initially start going through all this stuff and just kind of like going like, oh my God, like please, like have, you know, just, you know, some grail thing in there, you know, whatever it could be.
Mm-hmm.
I love everything guitar though. You know, the thing is, I like a friend of mine gave me like I think I have a PV Deuce or a twin reverb like in the garage. I've had it for 25 years. It weighs like literally like 1,000 pounds. It's the freaking heaviest amp ever. But I would never want to get rid of it. Like every piece of music gear I have, I love for its own thing, you know? Everything's got potential to make a sound, and that sound could be useful for something that I create. That's how I look at it, you know?
Yeah. See, Ron, that's what you tell them. That's the excuse. We all know tone woods. We all know every guitar sounds identical, man. There's no difference.
They're all my children. They're all my children.
But they're all individuals.
We lost your audio, Ron.
What? Hello?
We can see you, Ron, but we can't hear you.
Yeah, we see. Hello? Oh, she must have heard that part about the guitars.
Oh. You may have to sign out and then sign back in really quick.
You can still hear us, right? Can you still hear me chewing? And I apologize if anybody hears me chewing. I saw Richard Poole took off, but yeah, we haven't eaten yet.
Some people are very sensitive about even just seeing someone chew. So
I know. Okay, he'll be back.
Oh well.
There's always one unhappy customer.
At Dane's Guitars.
Well, it's funny. I sometimes will do videos on like I wouldn't call them controversial topics, but you know what I mean. Something that you kind of go into it like, and it could be even a music thing where you go like if you're talking about tone wood, but if you know your audience, you'll go like this person, they're not gonna like this topic.
Yeah.
Sorry, I lost all sound. I had to leave.
No worry about it. We keep shuffling, so now I'm in the bottom right. It's like this is like the cover of Kiss Alive 2. We each get our like square. Right now, Johnny is
Or Van Halen 1.
I think top left.
There you go.
Paul. I think Paul Stanley's top left. Gene is bottom right. I think Gene is where Ron is, and then Ace I think is where I am, and then Robbie might be Peter Chris.
The Catman.
Yeah.
Catman, he had that huge gong last night, Robbie.
Robbie, well, I'm looking. Robbie's got the gong. It's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know what? And what's crazy is, look, I have the Tobacco Burst Ace Frehley guitar.
Oh, look at that, man.
This is a Greco though, but this is an '82 Greco with actually it's got a belly cut. Oh, this is such a nice guitar.
Go.
Oh wow.
Janice says Tonewood is a joke, Johnny.
I know. I saw that.
I guess if you go through a modeling amp, if you go through something that's computer manipulated, then no, it doesn't matter what wood you're playing through. If you go through a 2 amp,
Ibanez fine fingers. Do you see those pickups?
Oh yeah, I remember those pickups with the butterfly on them. Yeah.
Yep. Very, very cool guitar.
Ooh.
This one came from Japan. Domo Origato Guitar Roboto.
Oh my goodness.
Terrible joke. Yeah, I'm like a Japanese guitar guy. Most of my guitars I bought from Japan.
Oh, there you go.
They make great stuff.
They do.
One of my main guitars is a made in Japan guitar.
Actually, I watched that Foo Fighters when they introduced Josh Freese as the new drummer, and Pat Smear was playing a Bernie white SG that's a vintage Japanese guitar. I thought that was pretty cool to see. Kind of hurts though, because you don't want people to know that they're good. You know, you got a guy in the Foo Fighters repping Bernie guitars. All of a sudden, the price is going to go.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you have that with Billy Joe, because Billy Joe Armstrong played like a weird kind of like a what did he used to play, or what does he play?
His original?
Yeah, I think he played like Les Paul Jr., right? Isn't that one of his guitars?
I think Les Paul Jr.'s. They actually have several shops out here. They actually have a restaurant.
Yeah.
There's a restaurant out here in Emeryville, California that Green Day opened up. And then there's a guitar shop called Broken Guitars, which is owned by Green Day. And you can actually, if you're a big Green Day fan, you can actually go in there and buy models of his guitars that are signed by him.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But a good friend of mine actually taught Billy Joe and Mike Dirnt how to play. He was their guitar teacher, and he's the one that sold. I got a lot of crap for this several years ago. You know, it is the internet, right? I went ahead because see, to Green Day fans, that original guitar on that first Green Day record, Dookie, you know, their original records were independent,
right.
But Dookie, you know, you see Billy's guitar, it's the blue. It's a Fernandez.
Yeah.
It's a Fernandez. It has all these stickers all over it.
Yeah.
Green Day fan, you know, there's Green Day guitar fans that consider that like a Frankenstein type of guitar, the way we consider Edwards' guitar Frankenstein.
Right.
So they build a lot of replicas of that. So there's a whole community of Green Day fans that fight about, oh, it was blue, it was, you know, this pickup, whatever. And anyway, a good friend of mine is the one that sold that guitar to Billy's mom back in the day. So he told me all about that guitar years ago.
Right.
So what I did was this was actually several years ago. I left a comment on one of these videos on YouTube where they're fighting about the guitar.
Right.
And I said, hey, a friend of mine, you know, sold his mom that guitar, this and that. No, I got nothing but hate comments. Nonsense. Did I delete the comment eventually? The hate was so bad that I got on me because nobody believed me. This was really before I was doing like a lot of these shows now where I sit here and I say all this stuff. And but anyway, but it was cool because eventually, this is only a few months ago, some pretty big guitar channel talked about that guitar, and I had made that same comment on there, and my buddy, who's the one that sold him the guitar, that taught them lessons, he commented on my comment saying, "Hey Johnny, how you doing?"
Yeah.
And then even in the video itself, they named the guy's name and everything. So there's like proof right there that I wasn't making that up.
Yeah.
Right.
That's cool.
But anyway, yeah, I forgot what we were talking about. Yeah, but yeah, Green Day, awesome.
Like how like those off-brand guitars, all it takes is one famous guitarist to have it, and then the jig is up, and they're going to be like very collectible.
When Edward used that Spectrum 5 Tesi Del Rey in the Finish What You Started video, every Van Halen guy, they had to grab those. You know, they weren't super cheap then, but they weren't. You know, now Yeah, there's a lot of people that are after certain guitars because somebody was photoed with one or whatever, or they used one.
It's understandable. I mean, it's a fun part of fandom, and in particular, if something isn't real common, it is cool to have them. Jimmy Page fans go after some of his oddball side guitars. The black and white one, I can't think of what they're called off the top of my head, but
the Dan Electros.
Yeah, Dan Electro.
The double cut. Yeah. I used to have one of those, an actual one. Yeah.
There's Eric Clapton actually has a house outside of Columbus in a place called Hilliard here in Ohio, and his wife and daughter took a couple of his guitars to a store to sell them, and they were looking at him and stuff, and she's like, well, my husband just went. Well, they never said the name. So when they finally went through the thing and she had her ID, they're like, wait a minute, this is Eric Clapton's guitar? And she's like, well, yeah. They're like, we can't give you what they're worth.
Right.
We can't afford to buy these.
Yeah, totally.
They were scared after that.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, you better take this back. I'm not dropping this.
I just wondered what they offered.
Did they go to sell them? Was that his?
Yes.
Did they go to sell them? Did Clapton know this, or was this like a former wife trying to sell something?
No. He knew it. He picked ones for them to sell because I guess I don't know. I guess the basement's full of guitars, and so he said, sell this, and I just wanted to know what they offered her before they found out whose they were. That she didn't say. But yeah, they probably were just like fenders that they sent him, sent him a dozen fenders. But he walks around Columbus now, and like no one bothers him, so he loves it.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow. Johnny's like gonna move to Columbus.
Yeah, Ron, we might need you to go find him, interview him.
That's no problem. I can do it.
Let's do it. Okay, let's do that.
The drummer of the band that I was in was from Baltimore, Ohio, which was pretty close to Columbus. Do you know Baltimore?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's like a little town, maybe 30 minutes outside of Columbus. Really neat.
I traded a Hughes and Kettner Switchblade 100 amp for a Mesa Boogie triple rectifier from a guy from Toledo. So we were like 4 hours apart. So Columbus was middle. So we just met in Columbus, the old Penny's Outlet parking lot, and swapped them. He's like, I don't want to drive 4 hours. Well, neither do I. But, we can drive 2 and meet in the middle. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Come on over. Nah.
Well, last year I was on a quest for sound. I went through so much stuff, and I had an extra Mesa Boogie cabinet, and I put it on Facebook Marketplace, and I got a call from a guy in Baltimore, and I said, well, I can ship it to you. And here this guy is a heart doctor who was in on the heart transplant from the gorilla to the human.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, he's from Germany, and he's like, I'm going to drive. He drove almost 6 hours to pick it up because he didn't trust shipping it.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like, I got to have that. And he even offered me more than I was asking for to make sure he got it.
Wow.
And I met him over in Triadelphia, West Virginia, in the parking lot for Cabela's. He had to rent a car because the little cars he had the cabinet wouldn't fit in it, so he rented an SUV. I think it took him 5 hours.
And he's a doctor?
Yeah. Yeah, he had like little BMWs and stuff like that, and he was trying to put a 412 cab, so he rented an SUV.
Holly wants to hear the gong.
Do the gong.
Back at
Can you gong us?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Well, we have to warn everybody, if you're wearing headphones, be ready, because Robbie has a different microphone set up.
This is going to be the beginning of I Am a Viking by Yngwie. Starts with the gong.
It might be kind of loud. Yeah.
No, it's going to be me ringing the pace gong. It has nothing to do with Yngwie.
Jeff Scott Soto is not here to sing it, so.
Right.
Give me a chance to get over there.
This could be the end of what was it like? Is it Dazed and Confused? Bonham's beating the crap out of the gong.
No, I don't beat the crap out of it either. It's a beautiful instrument.
Alice.
Right,
thank you so much, Alice. Yeah, I'm using a green screen. Oh, there we go. Oh, look, there's Ned. Oh, my gosh. There's Ned.
You rock, Robbie.
Yeah, that was cool. It did have an Asian kind of vibe to it. It sounded a little Asian.
Maybe he had Chinese lunch.
Oh.
He just had a sandwich. I can't hear anything now, Robbie. Alice, thank you so much. There you go. See, they changed. And look, Ned appeared. Did you see that? He rang the gong and Ned appeared. And then Richard also has a Ned. You got two Neds.
Two. My other one is right here now. They switched.
Do you ever get them confused?
I do. If the one's got a slightly fluffier face than the other, but yeah, certain angles and stuff like that, it's hard to tell them apart.
Rich, by the way.
What's that?
I like the shirt, by the way, you're wearing.
Oh, the Master of Reality, yeah.
Yep.
It's a great
right
album.
On. I'm a big Sabbath fan. I always have
Me
been.
too. Oh my God. I saw Ozzy in '82. Oh, and this is trippy too. So I saw Ozzy in May of '82, like 2 months after Randy died, a little less. It was about 6 weeks. And Brad Gillis. But man, we missed Randy by like that much. Sucked. Because it was that tour. It was the tour for what? I guess Blizzard of Oz.
They played at Pittsburgh, and I missed that one too. I was like, man.
Yeah. So, but I saw Brad Gillis on that tour, but I think my show was like March 20th or May 20th. I think Randy died like March
19th.
March 19th. So yeah, like 7 weeks or something after. It's kind of a bummer. I'm sure it was hard on Ozzy. Can't imagine.
Well,
I'm pretty sure it was Rudy Sarzo on bass and Tommy Aldridge on drums, though.
Mm-hmm.
He was on David Letterman like 4 days after Randy.
Right. No, I watched that interview not that long ago. I've seen it before, but I watched it again. And it's crazy.
I mean, Ozzy was just happy to be alive. If Randy hadn't grabbed that stick, that plane would have went right into that buzz. So,
yeah. It's just so sad.
He gave his life to save others.
Yeah.
That whole plane, that was completely unnecessary. I mean, it's not like they were flying to a show. There was no need to even get on that plane and do that. And, oh well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's such a bummer.
Johnny, you want me to show some of these guitars or?
Yeah. Yo, 40 grit. 40 grit. 40 grit. Thank you so much. And I apologize. I got 40 grit and Ron Gunner mixed up. I wasn't sure for like a week. So
he was supposed to be on here tonight too.
Yeah, I invited him on, but he said he can't. But we might see him actually at Dane's shop at some point.
Well, there we go.
So, and Ron, if we can get you and 40 Grit together, we'll know you're two different people.
Yeah.
I mean, you both have these amazing collections.
We're just like Clark Superman. You never see him together. All right, let me switch.
Yeah.
That's
What are you
right.
talking about?
No, I talked to him about this before. It's when you ring the gong, you have to warm it up. That's why you saw me going around and tapping it before ringing it in the middle to keep the vibrations going.
Ooh.
Damn, that's nice, Ron.
I've been working on it since the 80s. I just put new Seymour Duncan. You know what? I got to flip the camera around. It's mirrored. Hold on.
Oh, it's like the other way.
Yeah.
What year is that, Ron?
It's like left-handed.
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
All right. Now we're looking the right way. All right. I'm not sure what year that is. This one isn't mine. This is a customer's and brought it, and I did a fret job.
Okay.
And then change the pickups on it for him.
Oh.
And I'm going to change the pots, as you can see.
Wait, so when we first met you, I think it was backstage, you had mentioned that you're a guitar tech.
Yeah, I've been doing that for years, and when I was in a band, I did it for all of Argus stuff, and then I ended up getting a name for myself, and I started doing it for all the other bands around here.
Mm-hmm.
And now I do it for Faith and Failure.
Oh, cool! Right on.
So, and then here's some of my tools. My specialty is actually Floyd Roses, and as you can see, there's a Floyd Rose.
Oh.
And there's all the extra parts.
Wow.
Wait, let's get a reaction from Robbie. There we go. Okay.
I am Floyd Rose. Here is a bass. Believe it or not, I traded a guy 10 AR-15 magazines for that Epiphone bass.
Oh, wow.
Magazines?
Yeah, the hold the bullets.
Clips, Johnny. Clips.
So I
thought you were talking about the ones with the centerfolds.
But I got an Epiphone bass. I'll trade you just for 10 of them. I'm like, well, okay, because the magazines didn't cost me anything. So, and then here's is a King V that I'm going to redo the paint. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it, so it's going to be black. And when you hold it this way, it's actually going to look like alien blood is dripping.
Oh wow!
So I also did the headstock. I did the headstock, and the pickups even have on. Now the headstock turned out okay. Hold on here.
Look at this setup.
Oh wow!
This is look at that.
And so it's gonna, and the pickups look like that too. I recovered that head and cabinet. A lot of, what's funny? Anybody that wants a tube amp, get a B52, the AT100, because it's all tubes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get, everybody says, oh, they're junk, because you can get these for $200 to $400. And everybody says they're absolute junk. Well, you can have all tubes. You can have half tubes, half solid state, or all solid state on this amp. And the sounds you can get out of this, and I tell you, a buddy of mine that I've known for 35 years, and he stepped in and played with our band and stuff like that, is Jim Dofka from the band Dofka. Dofka.
That's nice too.
And he had a 73 Marshall that he ended up selling because he got a B52 and he can make the B52 sound better.
Oh, right on.
So I also Seymour Duncan's in this one.
Now is that a plain top or is that a color?
It's like the blonde.
Okay. Yeah, it was a little hard to say because there are some that are just like wood color. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, that's pretty cool.
That's nice.
It's all racks and stuff in it. Well, there.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then you come over here. Hold on, you guys see my floor.
What kind of carpet is that?
Did you see the Pop-Tart wrapper coming? I saw it.
There is my...
Whoa!
Wow.
That's I call it my Legends wall.
How cool is that? How fun.
And I'm a big Jackson fan.
Let's see. Where's your Eddie Van Halen guitar? I see.
Okay, now wait a minute. I know you're going to say I have a circle guitar, which it's in storage. I had a Bumblebee, and I ended up selling it.
Oh.
Wait, you have a Circles?
Yeah, I sent you the picture that time. You said if I ever want to sell it, let you know.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say that again.
Yeah,
I had one of those years ago. I had to get rid of it. I wish I still had it.
I only have like 26 here. The other ones are in storage.
26 Circles?
No. 26 guitars in general. But yeah, I'm a big Jackson fan. Sorry, Rob.
Nice.
Here is, believe this, I end up getting a Chapman because of what Dane's been saying about him.
Oh, that's cool.
And this is a baritone. It's my first baritone, and I gotta admit, I love the sound of this thing.
Oh, baritones are awesome.
I had never played one before till I bought that, and then it was like, wow. Some LEDs. But, most of these have been upgraded with better pots or better pickups. Here's a Jackson Soloist, German-made Floyd.
Oh, wow.
See you, Laz? Everybody tune into Laz in the morning.
I love this. I don't know what they actually call this color.
Red?
Well, yeah, but it's like some kind of like apocalyptic finish or something. Actually, it looks like blood clotting on a screen.
Blood clot? Oh.
Yeah. And then there's this.
That's like tequila sunrise color.
It's called
That's
a
cool.
Solar Burst, believe it or not.
That's actually almost like Rock Daddy's color with the Mike Olson color. Mixed like look at that. It's identical. You get the lighter to the darker.
Well, what's weird is they do dark at the bottom to light. Then at the headstock, it's light to dark.
Oh, that's awesome.
So they kind of kept it in style there. Here's a BC Rich Gunslinger. It's my nuclear-powered guitar. So, and then I actually have a Solar, however you say it.
Oh, yeah. Wow, pointy.
This is, they are. This is the one, Johnny, you said that glowed in the dark. I sent you that picture.
Mm-hmm.
Under blue light, that's exactly what it looks like.
Oh, wow. Solar. That reminds me, I have an Ola channel ID I need to use at some point.
There you go.
He was the guy we met at Solar.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Here's my favorite soloist, actually, and I put that Pegasus, Seymour Duncan Pegasus in it in the neon green. So they, I thought when I ordered it, they said it's going to take about 3 weeks, and it ended up taking 8 weeks for that pickup to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Here is a Charvel.
Oh, wow.
Desolation with EMG. Well, yeah, EMGs, and then it's Floyd. It's got all this. I forget what they call it. That shiny binding.
Mother of toilet seat.
Yeah.
Right.
That's nice.
Dog bowl if you get thirsty.
Oh yeah.
Here's a Soloist Pro.
Ooh.
It's called Aqua Burst. Let me see if I can get a better picture by this light here.
Oh yeah.
Like a bird's eye top. Wow.
This was actually a satin finish guitar, and I buffed it out. I don't like satin finish.
That's pretty cool top though. I actually kind of like that.
I like that. That looks like the ocean kind of.
Yeah, it's called Aqua Burst.
Like in Florida though, not out here.
Yeah.
The water out here is green.
I know.
And cold. Can we see that camera angle again real quick? Remember I said it looks like a rainbow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at the way they're all set up. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really neat.
and I didn't do that on purpose.
Really?
Oh, there's that lap steel guitar from 1955 back there.
Great Scott.
Yeah, this one, Richie, look.
Yeah.
It's completely, this one was all hand carved. Then you come over here.
Wow.
Here is the Washburn Parallax.
Wow.
29 frets.
29.
Yeah.
Dang.
You can break through anything with that guitar.
Look how narrow the frets are as it gets up there.
Yeah,
That's
look.
crazy, man. You be playing on the tips of your fingers.
Yeah, you
Tippy
ain't
tips.
And then this is the only Kramer I have here at the house right now. Oop, sorry about that. Didn't like doing that, but
Oh,
Kramer
yeah.
Barrington.
Oh, nice.
And
You have
actually,
one of those, Johnny?
I don't have. I've always wanted one. I don't have one. So Ron, there's two guitars. There's two guitars you have. If you ever get rid of them, let me know.
okay. All right, we'll do it. Here's an Ibanez cheaper model that I'm
Oh, yeah.
starting to upgrade. The only reason I bought it is I like the paint job.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
cool. It's
wow.
like, it's like a metallic or like a reflective silver?
No, it's like a jet black going into a metallic silver.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it almost it almost looks like silver.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it now. Oh, yeah. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, that's the only reason I bought it is I just like the paint job on it.
Yeah, that's actually really
Oh,
neat.
wow.
Then this is the Epiphone Les Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how old is that one? Do you know what year that is?
One is from, I'm going to say 2002.
Okay, like a more recent Epiphone. I thought
Yeah.
you meant a vintage.
No.
No, I was gonna say late '90s. I was gonna guess not late '90s for that.
Look how thin it is. It's a thin body.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
And then here's a Jackson Kelly that I painted. I used to paint cars, so I paint guitars now. But
Wow. Damn, that's like lava.
yeah, that's what I was going for.
Crack lava.
How
Yeah.
thick is that paint?
Well, from now on, when I do it, I'm going to use automotive clear because I went through 5 cans of 2X clear on that, and it took probably 8 to 10 weeks for it to dry before I could start sanding it. I did it like in October, so it really wasn't the warmest around here to do it with. It took forever to do that and then wet sand it. So the next ones I do, I'm just going to use the clear coat with the guns, the spray gun. Here's some of my miniatures.
Oh, I was like, wow, you have 3 more of those?
I'm a big fan of Engel.
Oh, man.
Mess
Damn.
Boogie. And there is, I'll take it off the wall so you can see it here. Hold on.
You've got to get your son one of those out of production Sinister Gate amps.
You know, he looked at those.
Oh, man.
Here.
I wanted to get one of those so bad.
Hold on.
They're impossible to find now.
This
Oh,
is
that's
a
nice.
Oh, nice.
1959 Les Paul Jr., not a reissue. It's actually.
Yeah, that's really badass. Damn, that thing probably sounds so good.
My dad bought this brand new. So the guitar cable and a 59 tube Gibson amp, Gibson little thing. It's about the size of a lunchbox cooler. He bought in 1960, the year he graduated high school, and he paid $147 for everything.
Nice.
Wow.
And now these are on Reverb anywhere from $9,000 to $12,000.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Some of my effect stuff. And over here is a Epiphone Jeff Waters signature model.
Wow. That orange?
Yeah, it's red. It's red. It's got a little red devil on it.
Dang.
Got a kill switch. It's actually plays extremely nice. It's got Grover tuners. It's got actual Gibson instead of Epiphone pickups in it.
Is it really 12 a.m. over there?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's almost one in the morning.
There's
wow,
Dime Dean.
damn.
That's just a cheap acoustic. So yeah, that's what I have here at the house right now.
Wow. In the cabin.
In storage is like 6 more half stacks, 1 full stack, and like 50 some more guitars. So
50.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
50.
Yeah, I think I got like close to 90 total.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
So now, the other 50 that you have, are most of them Jacksons, or like what are those?
I have Jacksons from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
And I have Charvels from 87 to 88.
Nice.
And then, like I said, the Circles guitar.
Yes.
That kind of stuff. That's all.
That Circles guitar, is that one of those Charvel Artist series?
Yes.
Right. Those are made by Fender.
It actually plays really nice. The only thing I don't like about it is I had to keep cleaning the fretboard because it came with absolutely no finish on the fretboard whatsoever.
Oh wow!
If you do not wash your hands, it's just
they get dirty quick. Yeah,
I don't know how many times.
Yeah,
that's one reason why it's away right now too. I got tired of doing it. God dang it,
man! Well, that's a collection, man.
So yeah, thank you.
Wow.
I'm the legacy wall there.
Yeah. Raymond asked if I mentioned Sean Lane. I did when Black Oak, Arkansas was brought up, and Tommy Aldridge played drums in Black Oak, Arkansas, and Sean Lane was in the band at the same time. He was like a teenager.
Huh.
That was just I was just answering what he said. Yeah, that room is so cool too, Ron. I mean, the fact that you've got a beautiful room to put all your gear in, and even a fridge and a bar. It's
wow.
Yeah, I don't drink, so it's basically just a guitar workstation.
No, I understand, but I'm just saying that like you've got like space.
Yeah. So I try.
Yeah,
I can only stand up and turn around. That's all I can do here.
Me too.
Yeah.
I've got like a narrow walkway this way, and then I can go that way about the same amount of space.
On the other side of that wall is a room about as big as this section right here, where I do all my reloading stuff, because I was a professional shooter at one time.
Wow.
So, but so all my reloading.
Dude, we're friends, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Shooting guns or shooting paint?
Guns.
Oh. You have you can shoot in your basement?
No.
Oh.
Nope. I can go out back and shoot.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's where you keep your guns, is in the other room.
Yeah, it's all my reloading equipment too, where I reload. So I haven't done that for a couple of years now. I've had back issues, and I just had an operation last week.
So Johnny, if he refinishes one of your guitars and you don't like it, you can't complain.
No, I like it already, no matter what it looks like.
You don't want to make him go into the shooting room.
That's why I could never California. What's legal in Ohio would have me in jail in California.
Oh, they'd be right on you, man. As soon as you drive across the border with that license plate, they're on you. Right, Robbie?
Chris wanted to know how much you charge for refrets, Ron.
It depends on what they want and what the neck is. On the phone, I'm on the phone and I don't see the chat.
Right.
I have TV, but it's
there we are.
Yeah, it's like 10 seconds behind us. So
look at that. We're on TV.
That was exciting. I've never been on TV before.
There you go.
Look at that.
That was a good answer, Ron.
Look, there's Robbie.
I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Do you ever back bow the neck before you, like, quote unquote, level the frets?
No, I do them complete. Set it up completely level.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard people do that, and after doing it since I've been working on guitars since '85, I've never done it. So call, new tricks for an old dog. There's just something about that I don't want to try.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what
it may work. It may work fine and be great, but doing everything completely level like I am is working for me. Maybe if I watch someone do it someday, then I might give it a try.
Because that's what Edward told me to do.
Really?
When he disassembled 5150, and he went to the neck room, and he told me to backbow the crap out of it, sand the shit out of it, crown line it as thin as you could get it, and then steel wool the living hell out of it. And I've been doing that ever since.
I've heard of people, maybe not that drastic, but I've heard of people doing the backbow. But I've just always put them nice and level and did it that way. I got it.
Uh-oh. I think he froze.
Ron. Ron. What was that?
Hey, one of my favorite tools is StewMac, obviously, but the new crowning file they come out with, which doesn't have the handle.
That's right, Janice.
So what makes this nice is before, when you had the handle and you could really damage the guitar, this just basically fits in the palm of your hand. And it's the diamond grit. This is 300, the diamond cutter.
Oh, look at this.
StewMac, and it's just a lot more. It's the same file, there's just no handle on it now, and it does fat. Is
that a diamond file?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, man. I was going to ask you. Let me ask you real quick. Do you were saying you were a tech and you do this stuff? You do this for your son's band. Yeah. Do you do this? Like, do people? Do you advertise that you repair guitars and stuff?
No, I don't advertise, but I just word of mouth. Like I said, this is a customer's guitar, and I just did 3 guitars for him last week, which 2 of them were headstock repairs. That one was cracked, like just right past the 6 tuner, and then the other one was split 3 and 3.
Have you talked to him about how he treats his guitars?
Yeah. Yeah, I got, look, I got everything set up, and I try to be as organized as possible with everything.
That is nice, man. That is so cool.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. Damn, that's
the bottom drawer's the junk drawer. It's got all the big stuff in it. So,
God dang.
But yeah, this is my Floyd, and I just picked this up the other day. It's a Floyd Rose 2, and I believe I don't know for sure.
I was like, I believe not gonna like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I've known more than anything as a Floyd guy. Because I've had guys that, like, we've taken here and here, and damn thing won't stay in tune. And the first thing I do is tear them down to the frame completely, and the first thing you throw out. Now I have a Floyd Rose special in here I just got the other day. I don't know if it has it or not now. I don't care for this. Oh, here's my ESP when this was off my 87 M1 Custom.
Show Robbie. Wow. What does Robbie think of that one?
I don't know. I can't see it very well. Hold it up higher.
All right.
ESP.
It's very shiny.
I had an 87 M1 Custom.
Oh, it's stamped ESP. That's a license by.
That looks pretty cool to me. It looks very heavy duty.
I like it too.
Look at that short block too. It's a 37.
Well, the block is weird because it's actually, it looks like it's one piece or 2 pieces, but it's actually just one.
Wow.
Yeah, I bought an 87 M1 Custom, and that was originally on it, and I turned around and got a Floyd, put a Floyd on it instead. Hold on, there we go. But there is a part in your Floyd Rose, well, it's underneath the block. I can't, on a regular, this one doesn't have it, this Floyd Rose 2. But underneath your block, there's a plate that goes in between the block and the spring.
Right.
Take that plate and throw the damn thing away.
Why?
That's a tone robber.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all.
You got to try it. It makes a big difference. It's that little flat shim that fits in between the bar or the block and the spring.
Mm-hmm.
Take that out and put it back together, and it'll sound so much different.
Well, I think there's a lot of factors to that, but hey, you could do what you want to do. That's fine. Yeah. I mean, the people at Kramer told Edward that they had to have the necks all level and all that too. So he had to come to me to backbow it, dress it that way. That way you don't have to adjust the neck. The relief is in the neck, in the frets. So the neck is straight. The neck is totally straight all the time.
Wow.
And you can get the strings lower.
Well, I get them pretty low here on all mine. I mean, I don't know how well you can see it.
No, I'm not ranting there, Michael.
I mean, they're and that's one thing I also everybody uses that. Well, I even have one. This gauge for your.
I don't use that.
Yeah, everybody's got this, and I look at it this way, like this thing right here. I hardly ever use it. I go by the player. I mean, that's a nice reference point if you want to say, well, we want it here or here. But I go, if the guy's heavy on the strings when he's playing, then I'll raise it up. And of course, I have them play it before they take it. That way, if they don't like it, I can change it back or change it another way. But I don't go by, this has to be 1.5 milli. I go by until you can't get it any lower to where it's making noise, and I back it back off to right where it stops. And that's where I keep it as low as it can go. And I tell people, if it's that low, you can't be, what's the guy from Slayer, Kerry King, beating on the strings. I said, because it's not going to work. This setup that low is a light playing, higher for heavier. My nephew does that. I got the Chapman guitar set up, and even though it's a baritone, I have it set up really close. So, because I'm a light player. I don't sit there and beat on the string. He does. Well, he plugged it in. I thought he was going to rip the damn strings off of it. He's like, bam, bam. I was like, whoa, stop. It's just, but I go by the person, the actual player. I set it up for that. I don't go by, well, it's got to be 1.5 or 1.75 or 1.2. That's how I do it. And that's kind of what people like, because a couple of the stores around here, they take it to. I'm like, well, we got this set at 1.75, and it might not be what he wants.
Hey, Chris. Yes, it does make the section in the middle lower, and that's what you want to do, so you can have the neck straight, and you keep that straight. And like I said, the relief is sanded into the frets.
I like that idea, Robbie. I mean, I may try. I'll try it on one line first. But
that's what Edward Van Halen told me to do when I worked at the neck room at Kramer.
Good.
So that's what I do on all the. And my action is incredibly low because I have arthritis, so that has to play super easy. And I mean, it's. I don't have a tape measure here, but it's like shit. Maybe
Thank you, Alice.
Sub 16th. 30. Some of my guitars are 32nd, so they're extremely low. And I couldn't do that without that method, but also the years of the necks. I could only do that with from 1979 to 85 ESP non-tilt banana one-piece quarter swan, or the 1985 Lucido tilted. Now ESP did make some tilted necks as transition necks that also work, but when you get into anything newer, I mean, you could try with the pointy 3-piece necks. You can get them decent, but yeah, I got to have it way, way low, man. I mean, And another thing is, after I dress it like that, I don't have to worry about any buzzes anywhere on that neck. When I'm done, I know it's good to go. I don't have to check or anything.
The next one I'm going to do on my own is that Washburn with the 29 frets. So I'll try that and see what happens. I mean,
how high does that high E string get, like tone-wise? What note?
Wow,
what note would that be?
You don't have to crank. You don't have to crank it that much. Just have.
Chris asked Ron too. Also, what spring did you say to remove?
No, not the spring, the shim in between the block and the
fine tuner spring.
Yeah, the tuner spring.
Yeah.
We're on TV, Johnny. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I think we need to make a road trip to Ron's house and have a play date.
There you go, Johnny.
And if you were to bend that up, though, that'd be another full step.
Oh yeah.
What note is that? It's higher than that one.
I know if you're singing, it goes up to an E7.
Wow.
Amazing. And yes, Robbie is on his new laptop tonight. Look at that.
Yes, I am, and I've cleared it of sound. That even if I hit a sound plate, it will not click.
It's 10:03 p.m. Uh-oh, that guy just disappeared, Robbie. I think something happened.
It's always nice to follow that up with just a little bit of this.
I don't know. I heard I Am a Viking starting.
Dude, I heard time and temperature.
That was original paste sound plate gonging and playing. And they discontinued these sound plates in, I believe it was 94. So I was able to get them custom made before they stopped making them.
You mean 1794?
So they're very old. Yeah.
He's not that old.
Oh man.
Well, I'm 61, so I'm older than you are. Actually, I'm older than all you guys. Bunch of puppies.
Sadly.
That's true.
I'm happy that I've made it this far.
Yeah, I'm happy to be 29.
Right, exactly.
I was too, 30-some years ago.
Yeah. Ron, what's the purpose of the shim?
I don't know.
Do you have it? Do you have one in your trash can you can show us?
Actually, I probably have one in the hold on here.
I like how chill Ned is. Ned's like dreaming about eating moles or whatever you have. What do you call those things?
Voles.
Moles. He eats.
Oh yeah, he spent a good 2-3 hours outside today running around. So
it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet for him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, we used to have to tire out our dog Howie back in the day. Oh, yeah. Now we have a cat we have to tire out.
It was trippy. It's because when I was first watching your channel, Howie was still young. Not young, but I mean, he was like, like probably a middle-aged dog. And then watching Howie get older was so hard, so sad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, we miss him.
You guys go ahead and talk while I'm looking.
Huh. So what do you think? What do you think Ron really has down there?
How long did it take for you to accumulate all those tools? Do you like because that's a lot of gear. You could literally right now, Dawkins can call you and you're ready to go.
Yeah, that's one thing that I like about StuMac. Their tools basically lifetime guarantee. Like if you buy a diamond file and by some wild chance you wear it out, you just send it back to them and they'll send you a brand new one.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I like the old file with the handle. That's what I used at the factory. So that's right.
That's what I used for years.
I can't barely change my own guitar string.
I came across that new one.
I don't know. Diamond cuts too fast for me. I like to be a little more control.
Well, you did say you're older than me, so that's old school.
It is.
But yeah, I there's so much, well, they're coming out with new stuff all the time, and it's, you just kind of look at stuff and think, well, should I or shouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
So it took me a little while to go with that shorter one, because I had the one with the handles on it, and when I got the shorter ones, I ended up giving the ones with the handles to my son-in-law, because I'm showing him now how to do this stuff, because he wants to learn and continue.
Thank you, Janice. Janice is the intern, so she knows.
She knows. She's seen a lot of shows. And what's great is, like, Janice and I, we follow so many YouTube channels of the same. So, like, when you're done, we'll go to Tone King, or we're like on, like the Dave Friedman,
right?
Tone Talk.
I go. I visit them too.
Oh no, I know you totally do.
40 Grit. You just sent me a picture. Yeah, 40 Grit. Yeah, join us next week. That was you that texted, right? Or did somebody else text me? I'm gonna get him confused with somebody else now.
Like Sean Lane. There might be a picture of Sean Lane or something.
Oh, Richard, Uncle, yeah. There it is. Is this the photo? Yeah, Uncle Raymond. Uncle Raymond sent this.
Oh, man, look at that. Wow. Holy cow. Damn, Sean Lane looks like he's like 16 there. Wow, that's really cool. So in Black Oak, Arkansas, that's the man that had the dude that David Lee Roth kind of emulated, right? Not kind of, but did.
Jim Dandy.
Right.
Yes.
Jim Dandy was in Black Oak, Arkansas, right?
Yes.
That's interesting.
And then somebody sent me a picture of a shim. I think that's it.
Is Black Oak, Arkansas?
I can show it to you. I can show it to you on the blueprint. I don't have one. Because, like I said, I take them out and throw them away. There, that's it.
This is shim.
Yep. That's in between your block and the spring. I do not have one in any of these boxes. But yeah, I can show you on the thing here where it's located.
I can show you in the trash can.
Yeah, well, no. It's right here. Can you see that?
There it is. Everybody pay attention now. Look at this.
You got your fine tuner plate. Your block. It's right there.
There we go.
Well, the fine tuner spring is a thinner piece of metal, and I believe that shim being a little bit thicker helps torque and stabilize the block against the base plate.
And that might do it. I actually started doing that in like 86, 87. And the reason I did, the first time I did it, and I'm not going to say I was trying to come up with something, it was an accident. I took the thing apart, forgot to put it back in. And I started playing. I thought, why does this sound different? And everybody's like, that sounds better. And I took it back apart and realized I forgot that. And I've been taking them out ever since. And matter of fact, it was funny because F.U. Tone, I watched the video with him where he took one apart to put their titanium parts in it, and all of a sudden he's like, this gets tossed in the trash, and I started laughing. I thought, man.
Yeah.
Well, I got my first Floyd Rose in 1982. One of the first ones. I've worked on Floyd Roses my entire life. And truthfully, from 1982 to 1985 were the best Floyd Roses. After that, the tolerances was worse. The metal was cheaper, and it wasn't as good as a bridge. So those are the only Floyd Roses I'll use from 1982 to 1985.
Those Floyd Roses, do they have a lifespan where they eventually will give out regardless of the build quality?
Well, not those years.
Those don't.
I'll tell you this. How
many do you have, Johnny, of those?
If you want something one of them the last, don't buy the specials.
Oh yeah, those are garbage. Throw them in the pond. Floyd Rose 2s are crap too. In my opinion,
wait, he just bought one.
No, a guy gave it to me.
Oh,
anything licensed too. I mean, there are some licensed one. You've got your Goda bridge, which people like that one. You know, the Ibanez Edge, I'm not sold on.
No, I don't like that one either. That thing's screwed up.
You know, but those are the only years, because after that, the metal's cheaper. You know, those years you don't have to upgrade nothing. It's all hardened steel. Every piece of hardware is hardened steel. It's got a stronger steel on the base plate. Everything's good to go. I never have to replace nothing on it.
Eventually, those are going to be hard to get, those years.
Well, they are. I know some people that get them. I managed to find them, and you know, I know what they are, and most of the time I'll grab them, unless I'm saving up for a bigger gong than the one I have right now. Well, it's dang Skippy. In 1985 was the last year. The last year that you had a good quality guitar, because in 1986 everything went to Halen Kramer. The stupid 3-piece pointy necks. You had second-rate Floyd Roses. They got rid of all the good employees, so nobody could build a dang guitar. It's sad. Yeah. And after that, it was just everything was the bar was lowered, you know. But I'm different, right? I got to have everything specific. It's got to be like just the rarest, best stuff. You know, I'll work on it for, you know, weeks at a time. You know, I mean, Ron here, he's working on people's guitar. He's got turnover. Time is money.
But you've worked on some people's guitars for months now.
Really funny, Johnny.
But you're right, Rob. You're right. The older stuff is better. The only problem, well, I mean, you know, out west, you guys can probably get it a lot easier, and I can't over here on the East Coast. Because when I do find some of the stuff, most of the time it's in California.
Mm-hmm. But you're awake. But you're awake before we are. So technically, you should be able to grab the stuff before us.
Everything I get is on the web. I don't physically find anything. You know, the stuff that I use, you never see. Like, you know, Grail necks, stamped ESP 82 Grail necks, especially with the reverse headstocks. I ran across 2 of those, you know, and I bought them. And people are like, whoa, why would you spend $700, $800 for a neck? And I'm like, because it's like the best neck ever made, you know? And that makes my job easier. That's when I work on it. Then it comes together. He's gone again.
His blast door's closed.
I ranted him out of the show here.
Is there any type of Floyd Rose type trem system that's out now that people consider universally a good one?
You're talking about my opinion?
Well, right. I'm saying it doesn't necessarily have to be Floyd Rose, but what I'm saying is there something that's the equivalent of a Floyd Rose type bridge that people go, like, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what I'm talking.
Johnny's going to say Vega-Trem, but there are differences.
There we go.
Ahead,
well,
John.
Yeah, there's differences, but the Vega-Trem, I mean, that's something. That guitar that I play Sunday nights about this time tomorrow night. That guitar, the only reason I play it is because of that tremolo.
Right.
That Vega-Trem. It's like having a locking tremolo on a guitar with no lock, nothing. It fits right on the guitar, easy. And it's just amazing to use.
It has its advantages. But if you want to take those strings down to nothing, plip, 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 it doesn't do that. It goes 2 steps down and 1 step up. Okay? It will not take the strings down.
Right. It doesn't take you into the spaghetti factory.
Right. And that's I need that in my playing. I do a lot of that.
Whoa. Uh-oh. What happened? The cat meowed and the guy vanished.
My cat's like, it's like she wants me to go to bed.
Oh.
I know, it's funny. Whoop, and she knocked on my phone. Kenny, you're being crazy. This is the cat that looks the most like Ned.
Oh, can we see him? Or her?
Yeah, she walked that way. I don't want to grab. If she comes back, I'll grab her. She was the one I showed before.
Oh,
there's Ron.
Sorry about that. This is about the time of night Comcast starts up doing updates to the internet.
Oh gosh. Now, do you have any Floyd Rose style trims that you like right now, Ron? Like a modern day, like Floyd Rose style trim that's a good one.
What I was saying when my internet shut down is on my own personal guitars, I go all with the all German made ones. Even though they're not what they were originally, they're the best of what you can get now.
Right.
But there's a new one that I heard, and it's got some funky name, Hung Ta or something like that. And it's supposed to be all titanium, and they're like $400 or $500, and they're supposed to be unbelievable. So,
G Bushnoff, you know the name of that. You were looking at them. Type it in the chat. He was talking about something like that.
I'll find it.
Hutong or something like that. It's some weird name.
Hand tug.
That's it.
All one word.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's. If you look at theirs, if they're
okay,
like all
I found it. I found them.
No one told them that they might want to try a better name.
Hang on. Oh my god.
No, it's Hung Dong. Hung Dong.
Hang on. Yeah, I found them. Here they are. Yeah, this is it right here. Wait, turn the audio off.
The FU stuff is great as well. 40 Grid says.
It looks like this.
Oh, hand tug.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That is funny.
Those are supposed to be really good.
But G says they're ping trims, the ones he's talking about.
That is expensive, man. $500 to $1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah, but you're talking about a piece of steel that's milled out that is not a casting. Okay? It's not even plate steel bent like the Hanson bridges or some of the early Fernandezes, which are like the most sought after ones. That's like machined out of a piece of steel, so that's why it's so expensive.
And that's titanium, so yeah, I'm going to probably get one of those and try it. But
those guitars. Yeah, that's right, Janice. Remember that the other day? I was at Guitar Center, and we were talking about how a guitar is still there after a while. And Janice says, those guitars don't move. She meant don't move.
Right.
And I'm like, what? You mean those guitars move the dong? That's what I said. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. That is pricey though, man. $500 to $1,000 for one of those, boy.
Wow.
Of course, you got people like Kyle down at Dive Bomb who will make trims too, like recreating like FRT4 and FRT5 stuff like that. I think that Rob Johnson has gotten stuff from him.
Are there any good bodies? Like, I know you buy the vintage bodies, but like, is there any modern day bodybuilders that do pretty good, like good wood bodies, like that maybe are bare, like plain, that you can paint?
Lock gets the closest. Lock gets the closest on the bodies. They're still not right, but they're the closest. And then like Music Craft after that, but they're seriously not really close. And then after that, you get to, God, I can't remember.
There's a company called Body something, right? Body, like it's another word after it.
What the hell is that?
What?
Ain't looking for nothing. Leave me the fuck alone.
What was it?
What?
Well, learn how to respond to that. My computer's
Who's he talking?
Johnny, are you doing that?
I'm not doing anything. Oh, did you accidentally say "Hey Siri" somehow?
Oh, it probably interpreted it like that.
It woke up and it's like asking you what you.
Oh.
Now he's fighting with his computer now.
Leave me alone.
Siri and Robbie are having the fight.
Hey Siri, don't say that till later.
Right. Boogie Bodies.
Robbie, I do have to ask, what's
Mike
your
Olson
neighbor's
got
think
it.
of
It's
the gong?
Boogie Bodies was what I was thinking of.
Oh, there you go.
Well, you know, Kyle down at Dive Bomb made the original Boogie Bodies that Adam has sold in the beginning. He went to him because he didn't have the setup for it at the time. But I've got a Boogie Bodies neck, a large banana neck that I've got painted up for 5150, and I'm just letting it. I got from Marty Bell, and I'm letting it sit there and kind of harden up a lot before I put it together, because even after you cook them, they're still gonna be soft. If you torque something down on it like a deck plate, and then you take it off, you're gonna see like a small indentation. So I'm letting them sit there and really harden first before I assemble that guitar.
Yeah, that's a mistake a lot of people make. They don't give it that time.
Kramer gave it no time, man. I'll tell you what, they wanted that shit out of there now.
So what do you do for the neck? So you buy a neck. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. You buy a neck from the company and then you let it set then for a few months?
Oh, no. That's just after it's painted.
Oh, after it's painted, I see.
Right. Now, I've had good luck with that large banana from FU Tone. I have. It had a little whip out of it, but I was able to sand it out. And, of course, I backbowed it before I dressed it and all that.
Yeah, I am going to try that, Robbie. Thank you.
You don't have to backbow it a lot. I mean, Edward was always kind of overreacting to things. He was all pissed off, because Billy Connolly, did it the proper way, and he just looked at it and said, "This ain't gonna work. I want the strings lower." At that time, he wanted lower strings, and and that I'm happy, he confided in me to do this stuff, because Kramer wouldn't listen to him very much. And Kramer listened to him more than all the rest of the companies ever did, too. So, I kind of feel bad that he should have been, embraced in his ideas, fully, But Kramer wanted to make money. They wanted stuff out the door. They wanted to look a certain way.
In the late 80s, I used to use the Kramer 5150 strings.
Yeah.
Now, that's an Ernie Ball string.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
It had
I still have
red.
I still have packs. I actually have them up in the guitar more there. I still have tons of those.
They don't make them anymore. 5150 strings.
No, not those. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
They originally they said made by Kramer, and then they went to Ernie Ball. They started having Ernie Ball logos on them.
Well, they were all the strings on Kramer's were all made by Ernie Ball. We used to get them in
I'll show them to you. I have them.
The strings came in spools because we didn't use the ball ends. So we'd get these big spools, like telephone wire or whatever, and then just pull the string out like that. And then what happened was Ernie Ball's kid took a bunch of strings and put them in packs, striped them like that, and started calling them Eddie Van Halen strings. And he kind of freaked out about it. But,
That anything that had his name on it, though, he got.
Wow.
Send me a set of those, Johnny.
Look at this. Send me that Circles guitar. I'll send you this. Okay, so that's what the front looks like.
Wow.
Yeah.
The front looks like that. Edward Van Halen. When I first started playing the guitar in 1987, when I was 4 years old, I was using these.
Wow.
So that's what the front looks like. These are just packs. I do have actual sets of these.
Yeah.
Let me see the original. Oh, here we go. Here's the differences. Oh, okay. That's the back. Yep. That's the back of one right there. See how it says Kramer.
Yeah. Wow.
And if you notice, his set was 9/11/15, 24/32/40. So very, very thin.
Yep.
So the originals. And see, look how it says 5150 is a registered trademark of Ernie Ball Inc. Look at that. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well, all the strings that Kramer got were all from Ernie Ball.
So, and then later on, so here's, I don't know, can you see a difference? Besides one of them being in a package? These are the fronts. I don't know if they're...
If there's right, looks it looks a slightly different color.
Is there a slight... Well, as far as
it could be because it's in the plastic, but it's the one on the right is a little more red. The other one on the left is more orangish.
And then see, eventually, the backs...
Oh, yeah.
they would say this.
Yeah.
Manufactured by Ernie Ball.
Yeah, I never had the
50
set
smaller on the Ernie Ball one by a tiny bit.
logo.
What?
The 5150 logo on the back is smaller on the Ernie Ball one. Just the tiniest bit.
Oh, right.
Ernie Ball on the back.
Oh, you would know because
I'm an artist.
Yeah,
I can
and
spot
the artist.
that.
Yeah, you can probably actually draw that, huh?
This
Oh yeah,
is
of course.
what I use now.
There we go. So they had Kramer, Ernie Ball, and then when Edward went to Peavey, they made Peavey strings. So there was Peavey ones that actually had Edward on the front, and then there was another set of the Peaveys that had 5150 on the front, and then now they have the EVH strings, which I do have a couple sets. Actually, there's a set sitting right there somewhere. But
You need to send me one of those 5150 sets, Johnny.
right on.
All right, Turtle.
Here's what I use now.
Oh,
What is that?
Dario.
Yeah, it's 25 pack.
Oh my gosh!
Jeez.
Get this. Wait a minute. Hold on. Well, when you got 90 some guitars,
How do you get them like that?
you actually can get them off of StewMac. Or you can get them off of Sweetwater or even Amazon. Now, here's what's funny: if you buy a 10 pack, it's $56. A 25 pack, and they come in. You just pull out the ones you want, as you can see. They're all numbered. This is only $100.
Wow.
So 10 pack or 50 or 25 for 100.
Turtle, man. Turtle had a question that's pretty good. And he said, why didn't the Berettas come with the maple fingerboard? And see, Edward played maple fingerboard. Part of Edward's contract was that nobody could play what Edward played. Edward played a maple fingerboard. He did not want any going out of the factory. All the ground guitars weren't maple fingerboards. They tried to sneak out maple fingerboards when he was on tour, okay? He didn't want that at all, but the company was going to do what it wanted. And when he was on tour, all the special order maple boards would go out. So you don't see a lot of them, but they're out there. And then, he would fly back. If he did a concert in Nevada or somewhere in the continental United States, he would jump on a plane and fly to Neptune, New Jersey, and be standing in front of the door in the morning, to get in the factory first. He'd go into that factory and he'd start looking.
Wow.
He'd find maple necks, and he would start freaking out, unscrewing them, this and that. Yeah. So that's you will see special orders. But, Ed didn't want that. And, of course, this was only until I left halfway through 86. So I can't attest for any 87 stuff, But by then it was all pointy anyway. But that's basically why. Nobody could play what Edward played was part of his deal.
Hey, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
In the trash.
Oh.
There you go.
Trash bag on the side of my little tool cart here, and they were in there.
Oh.
So yeah, that's what they are. Whoever asked about that earlier,
you can't use them for anything else. What about a shim for shimming the neck?
You could.
No, they're too thick for that. I don't agree with you, but you can do what you want.
Oh, moth sable? You hate those.
Well, like I said, I just, it was an accident at first. I wasn't trying to figure out how to make a Floyd better. And you're right, Rob. I mean, I know people that don't want to get rid of them, and I know people that's tried it after I told them about it, and they're like, wow, you don't need it. So to each his own. That's what makes the world go around.
Well, Rob Johnson says that you don't need it, and he says it has to be if your Floyd is hitting the body of the wood, and that if it's floating, it doesn't matter. And I say it all comes down to that capacitor. If it's not wired to treble bleed, you're not going to notice any difference. If you've got your capacitor going to ground and it's big enough, you're going to have good tone, and it doesn't matter. You can leave it in there. Of course, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Yes, Raymond says send those shims to me. Oh, that's funny.
On the phone, I can't see the chat, and I'm over here at the guitar bar.
Oh.
Bushnoff says they stabilize. I believe they do because of the how thin the fine tuner spring is, and that will bend under the pressure. And some people even have a problem keeping the nuts tight that go into the block. And I've never had that problem, but I don't remove that either. So yeah, that's right. Tight nuts, Richard.
I know. I know. Sorry. Sometimes low-hanging fruit is delicious.
Wait, there's another Ron here. Ron. How many Rons?
Two.
I don't know. Apparently I got a twin.
It would be great if he started to animate the one that's frozen.
Oh.
Now, what's your guys' preferred nut sauce?
We'll start with Robbie.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not really into nut sauce, man. Johnny?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Right.
Hey, aren't you supposed to have a giveaway?
Oh.
Johnny, I am. You want to give away those shims?
Yeah, we can give those away. I'll tell you what, I'll donate these to give away. Just so I can set them strings.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
seriously.
Johnny, you want to guess the song?
Yeah. Oh yeah, do it, Rob.
Should we do it that way?
Yeah, man.
Sure. What are we giving away though? I don't even know.
I don't know, Johnny. What do you got? I don't have any money for postage.
You want to give those away?
I'll give them away. I don't care.
Does anybody wants those?
You know what?
You guys are just saying how nobody needs them, and now you want to.
You want them, Robbie?
Well, I would probably take them because there's people like you that are taking them out. So someone has to save the vintage Floyd Roses in the world.
Someone might go, God, if I only had that shim.
Well, out of 90 some guitars, I only have 2 shims sitting here, so that's the rest of them.
Wow.
Oh yeah, but if you got like Floyd Rose 2s hanging around, then you need a bigger pond.
I just got that, and it was given to me. So,
Ron, what do the Jacksons come with? What's the bridge on those?
Depends on which one you get.
Oh, but
I mean, what would be
specials
on them, and then, anytime I get something with a special, I just order a new German Floyd, put on it.
And they make German Floyds right now. Like you can buy they're being made right today.
Yeah, matter of fact, the actual Floyd Rose website's having 15% off this weekend for Memorial Day.
Mm. How much are those?
You can get the chrome German-made Floyd Rose from StuMac for like $219.
Oh, it's not bad.
And the black ones are like $250, and the black chrome's $261, and I think they even sell the gold for like $299. And StuMac's got like the lowest prices. You go on Amazon, it's like the other day I had a black one and saved in my cart. I was going to get it today, and it jumped up $57 overnight.
Oh wow!
So needless to say, it's still sitting in the cart.
Yeah,
because StuMac's out of the only one they have right now is chrome. They're out of the black chrome. Oh, I take that back. They may have satin chrome, satin black, and now there's even one which I've never seen one personally. I don't know if you have or not, Robbie. It's called pearl finish.
What?
Yeah, it's called pearl finish.
Why?
It's from German Floyds.
Why?
I don't know. That's what I was thinking.
Floyd Rose at the NAMM show. I saw a display case where they had all these different colors. Maybe you're talking about.
Yeah. This is it's pearl. I don't know if it's matte pearl or something like that, but I thought, what the hell is that for? I mean, who would want that?
That was a long time ago I saw that. That's right.
No, really, I mean, I'll wait. I'll wait till I find one in those years that I do. I found one from 1983, still in a box, still in the plastic, everything.
Wow.
Never played. And I got that for $450.
That's not bad.
That's actually really good.
And I actually put it on a guitar. I put it on my Black Vanguard.
There you go.
And it's fucking sweet. But other than that, like, okay, the Hanson Bridge is probably my best one that I have in my 5150. Okay? Believe it or not, Hanson Bridge did come on Focus guitars early in the day. And so did Grail Necks. But they have a wider grain to them. But they're still non-tilt Grail, the real Grail ESP.
What was that tremolo? Johnny, did you ever see that? You know how Dane shows the videos of customers bringing their guitars in?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the guy did the one, I think it was a Kramer Beretta special that he did like Spider-Man?
No.
And it's got some kind of like a Strat type bridge on it, but it doesn't, it pivots. It's like there's a plate that bolts to it. Then it's the tremolo itself slides in on a flat piece like this, and that whole flat piece pivots. I don't know what. I don't remember the name of that bridge.
Floyd did that too. That's a hinge bridge. That's basically what the Vega-Trem is.
Look at this. Check out this finish on this Floyd. It says it's out of stock, but that's pretty cool.
Oh wow!
Look at that.
Yeah, I've seen him like that.
I kind of like that.
You can get that on Amazon for $199. It's the 1000 series.
I saw a car a couple days ago, Ron, that was kind of painted, that kind of looked like that. I did a channel member only video, so any channel member on the channel here, you can see this video. But I was going to ask you that question earlier. How would somebody like paint that? Because you just said you're a painter.
It's called a chameleon color. There's different companies that make them, and you're talking. Well, when I was painting cars, a gallon of that then would run you about $2,000. Now it's almost $4,000 for a gallon.
Wow!
And the bad part is if you scratch it, you cannot touch it up. You got to repaint the whole thing.
Right.
I learned.
So it'd be totally different then.
I did a customized Tornado with candy blue one time, and when my wife was pregnant with our son, a guy hit her in the quarter panel, and I tried to touch it up, and the candy color just went mad. I had to repaint the whole damn car.
I kind of like that. I like that one in the middle is very cool too. Looks kind of industrial.
Turtle's asking about a scoop on a 5150 striped. Are you talking about the original 5150 with the ESP and the scoop is on the headstock, on the face of the headstock? Is that what you're talking about? Because those were ESP necks that Paul Unkert cut up and glued for the banana shape. In which case it would have that scoop look on the face of the headstock, which is an ESP trademark of older ESP, not like today. When ESP started making whole guitars, that's when they made parts, they were good. After 85, nah, not so much.
Wait, hey, Johnny, back up for a minute. One more. Right, Robbie, have you ever put one of those ones on that mounts on top like that?
No, it just doesn't have the feel to me. It's just like, it just doesn't do it. The spring way, the way they have that big spring on the tail to control the bridge, I didn't care for it.
I've never tried to put one on, and I've heard mixture. I've heard some people say they're great, some people say they're nothing but shit.
Do you know who actually showed me one of those in person one time?
Andy Summers. Oh.
Wow.
Floyd himself.
Strider Tiger has a good question. He's asking if Eddie came up with a lot of Kramer guitar ideas. Really, the only body that Eddie ever really made himself was the Floyd Rose guitar. He took a body into the wood shop, and he cut it into that weird shape. And that was actually the only one that he really designed. He had a lot of pull in what they were trying to do working with him. That kind of came through in the Grail guitars, but that was really the closest that they came. And then after the 250 Grail guitars were done, that's when they really started cutting costs on it. And it wasn't the same guitar. The 85 Beretta wasn't really the same as what they were making back then, but They're still really good. I mean, I've got. Yeah. See, now he cut that out with a bandsaw.
In the late 70s, didn't he have what was it, an Ibanez Destroyer? It looked like an Explorer he loved, and he cut it up and it ruined the sound or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the Destroyer. You know, it was legendary by the time I started working there, and I'd hear stuff from the guys in the factory. You know, since '82 when Edward really started hanging out in there, and he brought that guitar in. He wanted it fixed, and they tried to fix it forever. They would dowel it, glue it, paint it, come in the next day, and the thing like cracked on its own. Oh. That would happen like all the time. I was there in '84. They were still trying to fix that thing.
Damn.
Johnny, I do know some Eddie history. So
yeah,
I never knew that about that they tried to fix the Shark. That's funny. I've never.
Oh
heard
yeah,
that.
Of course, yeah.
That's hysterical.
Well, and the neck that came off the Shark was on the first ad, Frankie. And
it's just you could get another Destroyer body. I mean, it wouldn't be that guitar, but I mean, Ed had the budget where he could have bought 5 or 10 of those bodies. I mean, those guitars back then were probably.
Well, Ed was really into his thing.
Sure.
That was his guitar.
Yeah,
he wanted that one fixed. Yeah, that was yes.
But you can go, Rich, to some of these places and grab 3 guitars in a row that are identical.
Yeah.
And they're going to feel and sound different.
Oh no, I know. But I'm saying, like, if you bought 10 Destroyers, I mean, back then they would have only been probably about $2 or $3 grand a piece. I mean, he probably could have found one that he liked. It might not have. I mean, I totally get what you're saying though. But
yeah, the original ones, yeah.
Because now those Destroyers are probably, well, because of Ed too, they're more expensive. But like I said, I follow all that because that's a Japanese built body, right? Or is that an old Gibson?
No, that's Ibanez.
Oh,
no,
Ibanez.
They're Japan. Yeah.
I was getting it confused with there's some Carina Aria Pros that are pretty nice from back around then.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ace Frehley. There's some pictures of him. Oh, shimmy.
Here he is with his chips again.
Huh?
You're cruel.
I don't consider that expensive for a vintage guitar, 10 to 12.
Oh, but you realize that $10,000 can buy you a 50-inch paste symphonic gong. Yeah. That's what Alex used in the concerts where he'd light it on fire.
Right.
It can also buy you a 120-inch TV.
Right.
I don't even watch TV anymore.
Or just imagine how many Jersey Mike sandwiches that can buy you.
Well, you wouldn't get as many as you used to be able to get. I was tripping out on how expensive those sandwiches were. Like they're big, like the foot long. It's like an $18 sandwich.
Now see, it's not 18 here. It's about 15 here.
Is it? Yeah. Where at my shop it was 17 and change. I was like,
they usually give me a discount because I go there a lot. They know who I am.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that the guy that made your sandwich?
He's making my wife's sandwich there. That's a vegetarian. He was funny. He was a really nice guy, but he was so proud that he had worked at Chick-fil-A. He must have told me like 10 times.
You know, I had a guy send me a picture of the of Noah's Ark, and it said, you know, God didn't save lettuce, eat meat.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they're not real Carina wood. That's what someone's saying. That's interesting.
I had it, Johnny. You're like this. I had a shirt wore to a steakhouse about a month ago. It said Floyd Rose on it, and I'm leaving, and the guy goes, "That's it, man. That's it." I said, "What?" He goes, "That's it, man. Floyd Rose above the tyranny." I'm like, "What?" Yeah, George Floyd, man. Floyd Rose. I'm like, I was like, "Oh, wow. Okay." I walked out the door.
Man, you guys ever hear about this band though? You ever heard a band called Shipped?
No.
To check them out.
It's not. No, Shipped is one of those. It's like Teespring, right? Is it?
It's a delivery service.
Oh, okay. Is that who you work for?
That's yeah. And look,
when you drive everywhere, are you delivering stuff during the day? Is that how you're able to drive around so much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And look, Robbie's wearing the shirt he works for.
Ha ha ha.
Hey Robbie, I thought it was funny when you said that at Kramer they were only paying $4 an hour back then, because I worked at a restaurant in 85 or 86, and minimum wage when I worked there, I was a dishwasher, it was $3.35 an hour.
I know, but I could go work at the Trust Factory for $5.
No, totally, but it's like we got two Rons.
Hey Ron, have you met Ron?
Yeah, two Rons make it right. That's my brother. He don't do anything.
I love I could work an 8-hour shift and make $24.
Well, Kramer, I mean, if you worked 15 minutes early, they docked you a half an hour. Oh. If you worked five minutes early back from lunch, they docked you to half an hour. Wow. And if you missed a day, then you couldn't work the next day. They were like Nazis.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was a lot of disgruntled people.
What's up, Zach? How are you?
Cheech, yes. I work for Orkin, too.
Johnny, if you ever have me back, I'll have to get on my laptop.
Dude, what are you doing tomorrow?
Nothing. I'm retired.
Oh. Dude, this is great, man. Yeah, come back next Saturday, man.
Right.
We got to have like 17 people on the screen eventually.
Everyone that's in the chat.
I mean, we already have 2 Rons,
But so, Robbie, right. let's do the mystery song. I wanna see what you play.
All right, now before we get to the giveaway, do you want to do like a couple just to warm up?
Yeah.
What are we giving away? I don't even know.
Shims.
We're giving away shims? Are you serious?
I'll send them to whoever if they really want them.
Who wants the shim? Well,
put them in an envelope.
Are we doing? You're going to play the drums for them to guess?
Right.
Okay. How's that sound, you guys? Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right.
So, did you just want the one song, or do you want to warm up on one first?
Do a warm up one first, so that you can loosen up.
Well, let's see who can guess that one first.
Yeah.
Before I do the second one.
Warm up with Painkiller.
Now I have to ask you this, Robbie. How close is your nearest neighbor that you can play drums at 2:00 in the morning?
It's cool. Yeah, they're really cool.
It's only 1:00 where he is, so they're fine.
Oklahoma.
This is the middle room of my house. Oh. It only has one outside wall, and then they're inside their house. They wouldn't hear me unless I was like outside.
Mm-hmm. And hey, Johnny Rock, I'm giving away a Steve Rosen postcard on Tuesday. OU81 Tuesday, exclusively Van Halen. So tune in this Tuesday. Notice how I keep saying Tuesday.
So I'll play the song because I got to take my headphones off.
Okay.
And then when I'm done, I'll put the headphones back on and see what everyone said.
Okay.
And then I'll go back to do the next one. All right.
Okay. If you want to win this postcard, Steve Rosen, this was the Book Soup event. Can somebody put in the chat ! Book Soup, please? All one word. The Steve Rosen postcard, autographed by Steve Rosen and Niels Lozauer, photographer.
That's awesome.
Yes. So you can win this on Tuesday, right here on Johnny Beane TV.
Hey, Johnny, when I bought my book off Neil, he was confused by my email address. And so he wrote me back and he was asking me, he goes, what do you want me to sign it as? Like your email name or your real name? And we ended up chatting back and forth. And Neil invited me to come up to his studio in LA and visit him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was really cool. He was so nice.
Oh, so you actually went to his studio?
No, I haven't yet, but I mean, I'll definitely take him up on it. But I was telling him that I was working for Joe Satriani, and he was like, oh, that's cool. And we had a couple of other like weird things that were sort of in common. But yeah, he was very friendly and was like, oh, if you're ever in LA, he's like, give me a call. You can come by and check out, my studio. And I was like, damn, that's really, I was blown away.
You want me to sign these shims?
Yeah. Sign them Robbie Stingle.
Or Floyd Rose.
Floyd Rose 2. Sign him Floyd Rose 2.
Sign him Ron 2. Dude. Yeah, Rich, that'd be Dude, if this next NAMM show, maybe we can set something up and go over there. That'd be cool.
And Neil's funny. He's so no nonsense. He's he's so dry.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You ready, Robbie? You ready? Okay, so this is a warm-up drum solo.
Well, let me try it again.
Oh.
I think MPN got it. I personally think he was right. I think MPN got it. I think that's what it was. That's a good guess.
Is that true? Robbie can't hear us yet.
Yeah.
He's making it back to his...
I was thinking Kiss, though. It's funny that someone guessed Kiss, because that was there was a moment where I was like, it kind of sounds like a Peter Criss drum beat. I was getting a little bit of a Queen vibe for a second too, for some reason. I don't know why, but there was a few moments where I was like, kind of sounds like it could be Queen. But I think MPN got it. We'll see if we're right. We have no idea what it is.
Well, I know it wasn't Painkiller by Judas Priest.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounded like Kiss to me, but
all right, let's see.
Robbie, what do you think that song was?
You got any guesses?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, Neighbor Knocking on the Door.
Show him MPN's guess.
Love Gun. MPN can't get enough of your love, Robbie.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it?
Oh, nice.
Exactly.
Good
What does
job.
he win?
Well, nothing. That was just a warm-up.
Does he win a guitar setup?
Robbie, you were in the zone, man. You played that good.
What do you think, other Ron?
It had Ron, look.
Which Ron?
Top Ron. Look, he looks skeptical.
Ron.
Neither one of us is right, apparently.
Oh my gosh, that's so weird.
Yeah, Robbie, you nailed that one. You actually played the swing beat nice. It was good.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I started playing drums a long time ago. My friend was like, "Play Bad Company," so that's what I started doing. Went on to.
Wait a minute, how many Rons are we getting? How many Rons are on the show tonight?
You're gonna have 5.
Look at that. That's so weird.
That guitar is so yellow. I don't know if it's the light in the room.
It's the light.
It's so yellow.
Yeah, it's the light. Yeah, because this is the black one, actually.
Yeah. I have a 3 pickup Black Beauty.
There you go.
All right, this one's for the prize.
All right.
You ready?
Good luck,
Oh
everyone.
my gosh. Okay.
How'd you do it, Brad?
Like Detroit Rock City.
Ron near, Ron far.
I can't help it. Thank Comcast for all that.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Maybe there'll be 5 of me. And
Right.
Right on. Oh.
So which Ron signs these shims?
Oh.
There's 2 of them. We got a couple Rons.
Yeah.
All right, so Robbie's making it back to his drum set. So, are we going to do both? You want to do both? Both shims, one person?
Yeah.
Wait, is that a video?
It looked like he was frozen for a second.
Oh no! I actually never saw that, by the way.
Right.
2 shims,
my
1
brother
person.
Daryl and my other brother Daryl.
2 Rons, 1 shim.
I saw that on the internet years ago.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could do that with a guitar.
I can glue them together and make it
work.
All right. Oh my gosh. Robbie, did you get a haircut all of a sudden?
All right.
Oh, he can't hear us. Okay. All right. Robbie, you ready? Oh, he can't hear us at all. That's right. So this is for the winner. Oh, I know what this is.
I have a guess too.
Yeah, I have a guess too. First one in the chat, I guess, wins it.
Yeah, I won't say a word.
This is actually a pretty good segment.
Yeah.
To do this.
Looks like he's eating the cymbals.
We can play music along with them, actually.
Thank you very much. Love you all. He throws the stick to the computer.
Wake up, Ohio. All right. I think somebody got it, but somebody got it first. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wake up, Oklahoma. That's pretty cool. This is actually a cool, I like that.
He was playing good.
Yeah. And I do see my, what I thought it was in the chat. And I think Rich,
You know what it was? So it's weird. So my guess was wrong, but for some reason, at one point, I thought he was playing "Come On and Dance." Is that Steve Miller?
Yeah.
Like whoa.
Maybe he was. I don't know.
Whoa. Sorry. But I think the guesses are right in the chat.
Yeah, we'll see what he says. Because I thought, yeah, I see it at least 3 times of what I thought it was. Belly jiggling song. Oh my goodness. The shim boogie. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, guesses in the chat. See what you guys think. And then, yeah, we're just a couple minutes away. I mean, technically, yeah, we do, 3 hours. I mean, so we're a few away. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Robbie. I mean, he's...
I'm right here.
Oh, you're right. Oh, we don't see you.
There he be.
Oh, sorry.
What do you mean I'm right here? Oh. Okay.
I forgot to move the camera back.
All right. So, how do we want to do this, Ron? Do you want to send both to the front one?
It's up to you. They can just send you their address.
Or two?
It to me.
You want to do two, a shim each? Because I do see two people that I think got it.
All right, that's fine.
In the chat. Okay, Robbie. Oh, you want to see the guesses? Or you can see that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I can see some.
They're guessing Belly Jiggling Song or Run to the Hills, the Shim Boogie, My Sharona, Wake Up Oklahoma. Let's go to where are the top ones. Let's see. XYZ.
YY.
I don't know. Or YYZ. Okay. Rock and Roll All Night. Turn Off the Lights. STP. Little too heavy to be Roxanne, I think. Okay. 40 Grit says somebody get me a doctor.
40 Grit wins.
That's what my guess was. Yeah. So.
I love that song, man. I just love it.
Okay. Yeah, even MPN says that 40 Grit got it. So, okay. All right.
You want to spin for the second one?
Sure, we can. Okay. Spin for the second one. Okay, it's a good thing I didn't shut the window. Yeah, because we got 63 entries. Here we go. Robbie, you're rocking, man.
Yeah.
I love that song, man.
Okay, Robbie, do you want to do the drum fill for the? No, I'm kidding.
I'll do the sound plate fill.
All right, do a sound plate fill for this. Okay, this is for the next shim. Okay, compliments of Ron. We've had several Rons here tonight.
One of the Rons.
Wait a minute. That I want to clarify. This doesn't mean I'm not. This isn't anything about transgender shim. This is just get Floyd Rose shims.
Okay, right on. All right, Mike says spin it. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Okay, and the winner is for a shim, Zach Thong. And Zach says win, so he's here. Zach, do you want a shim? He'll probably take a shim, I think. Okay, so who was the first winner? 40 Grit, right?
40 Grit, yeah.
40 Grit, shim. Zach Thong, shim.
Okay.
Oh, he says spin. He says spin again. Okay.
The sound plates are still ringing.
This is so weird. All right, so Zach says spin again. So we're gonna go again. This is for a shim. Oh, but 40 Grit says send mine to Robbie.
All right. Woo!
Hey, Dane in here, he could probably use one.
Okay. Does anybody actually want a shim? Zach says spin again. So we're gonna spin again. Here we go. Ready?
Yep.
Ready with the mallet? Here we go. Oh my gosh. All right. right, so we have a shim going to Orgerlord 5150. Orgerlord 5150, you win a shim. So you need to text me. Where is my phone number? Where's the Saturday night one? Is it that one? There we go. 415-952-3263. Text. All right. So which one is that? That's for the Zach one? And then 40 grit. You want yours, right? He says send it to Robbie. I don't know if... Were you joking? I don't know.
I'll take the forlorn shim from the Nazi shim hater.
Oh, my gosh. 40 grit shim. Oh, wait, I already put his name in there. Okay.
You must not have no fun.
Ogre 5150 shim. All right, there we go. All right. Oh, no, he does say send it to Robbie. All right, so Robbie wins, I guess.
There you go, Rob.
Ooh. I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to go see my housekeeper. I'll go to the housekeeper now.
Which one you want?
Which housekeeper? Oh, which shim?
I don't care. They're both the same.
Well, yeah, okay.
Wow. Okay.
So, hey, thanks for letting me play the drums, Johnny. How did it sound?
Pretty good.
Sounded great.
Yeah.
It was loud.
Wow,
You woke up. You woke up somebody's neighbor in Sacramento.
Yeah, but there's nobody knocking on my door. Of course, we are all armed here in Oklahoma.
Oh my goodness.
Same way
Wow.
here in Iowa.
I apologize to anybody out there that was looking forward to me singing Elvis, but you can't see the Elvis video on my channel. You gonna put that link up, Johnny?
Yes. I will try. Let me see. Where is that? Yeah, and Ron. Which Ron are you actually? We've had several Rons here tonight. Do you have any? Do you have any links you want us to share out?
No, not now. I'm actually going to start one on guitars.
Okay.
Because the one I have now is just was my shooting stuff, and I got out of that. My back started hurting, and it hasn't been updated in probably 3 years. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. Are You Lonesome Tonight? That one?
That's the one.
Yeah, you might want to change that thumbnail though. I don't.
Is your heart filled with pain?
Although it does look like you're singing.
Back
So
again. Tell me, dear, are you
there we
lonesome tonight?
There we go. Check out Robbie's version of Are You Lonesome Tonight. What's that noise?
I probably would have pushed it, but I didn't see Lori in the chat. If I saw Lori, I would have done it. I would have said, I'm singing right now. Arr.
Mm-hmm.
I do Elvis voices a long time ago.
Live in the now, Ron. There's plenty of shims that you could disgracefully remove.
Well, I'm glad they're going. I'm glad one of them is going to someone who will treat it right.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Very awesome. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I guess that's going to Robbie. And then, okay. You guys, thank you so much.
Thank
hanging
you.
out. Rich. Awesomeness. And we'll see you again here, I'm sure. But again, next NAMM show. Would love to get together if that's possible.
I definitely want to go.
Awesome. Awesome. And Ron?
Come to Ohio, get a hold of me.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Yes. Everybody gets to crash in Ron's basement.
Ron's House of Jackson. Or we should refer to house offender, actually.
You want me to sign this, Robbie?
Sure, go ahead, man.
Yeah,
right on.
Awesome.
I'll sign it, Leo Jackson or Grover Fender.
Awesome.
Have to take some acetone to that, huh?
Awesome. Well, hey, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, channel members. Thank you for your continued support for this channel and these shows. And tune in tomorrow night for the what do I call it? Guitar ASMR. That's where I play the guitar and we hang out and it's fun. So tune in tomorrow. And again, this Tuesday, OU81 Tuesdays, right here, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. I'll be giving away the signed Steve Rosen, Niels Lozauer card. Well, while we talk all things Van Halen. There it is. So tune in this Tuesday for your chance to win this.
That's OU81 Tuesday.
OU81 Tuesdays right here on Johnny Beane TV. All right, we're out of here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And yeah, don't hang up yet, you guys. We'll say goodbye. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We're almost to 10K subscribers, so please subscribe to the channel. It's only been 17 years.
Get to the chopper.
Of
Get
quantity
to the chopper
content. Now. All right.
Where's my housekeeper? I want the housekeeper.
All right, we're leaving. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Hey, this is Ricky Rocket, and you're watching my buddy Johnny Beane right here on his channel.